So yeah, guys. I mean, that's the story about how I was sexually assaulted by a duck. It's a very embarrassing story. I don't tell very many people. Oh shit, we're live right now. Oh shit. Oops.
That's tragic.
That's
tragic.
Oh, well, it's out in the open now. It's out on the internet. Nothing I can do about it now. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the return of the RetroWolf Podcast, coming at you live for the very first time. And not only that, today's guests, that's another first because we have 5 guests on the podcast, and they are awesome dudes, part of level 857. Yeah. And guys, thank you so much for joining the podcast. It is a pleasure to have you here. We had a great conversation on your podcast. It was a lot of fun. And I remember telling you guys that when my podcast returns, you're going to be my first guest. And here we are. Awesome. Now, I want to start things off with a question. Which one of you guys started level 857?
Do I get that? I think I can't. I think I told y'all.
You might
start that.
Yeah, I think you might start with
from my other YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, because we had a music YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Like, so if you could go ahead and tell my audience, what is level 857? What do you guys do? What kind of content do you put out, and where can people find you? Let's start off with that.
All right, who wants that?
I wasn't prepared. I'm joking.
We put out fantastic content.
Yes.
We have single streams on
Twitch.
Mm-hmm. We have the live video game podcast every Wednesday. Mm-hmm. We do an indie eShop recap every first Monday of the month. Mm-hmm. So,
and that's on YouTube.
Yeah. That's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the podcast is on YouTube. What else do we do?
And the YouTube channel focuses on mostly
co-op multiplayer videos. Uh-huh. And it's also we got the flagship podcast that's also on the YouTube channel. But I like to think of level 857. It's kind of like we're kind of like a brotherhood in a sense. Mm-hmm. We're like we're longtime friends. Even before we're level 857, we did music as 857 independent hip hop. So we're doing that for a bit, and then we're doing 2 podcasts. We have the 857 music podcast, and we have the level 857 video game podcast because we love music, especially hip hop, and then we love video games. So we found that we were spreading ourselves too thin. And we were juggling both, and I think Six was the one who said, all right, well, why don't we transition into a video game podcast? And we had a lot more fun. We have a lot more fun making music than talking about it, I think. And we have and we love talking about gaming as much as we love gaming, so it was like a natural fit, and then we just started doing that. But I think it's a celebration of the kind of product that we put out when all 5 of us are working together, so I think that's one thing that the channel celebrates.
Nice.
It's like Voltron.
Yeah. There you go.
It's true.
There you go. So besides YouTube, and I would imagine if people just type in level 857 on YouTube, they can find your channel. And of course, after the podcast is over, I will throw your channel link in the description down below. That way people can click it there as well. But besides YouTube, what social media platforms can people keep up with you guys at?
All of them.
All of them. Even MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah, we got to bring that back.
We used to, right? We used to have a MySpace.
Got that level 857 MySpace.
You can find me personally on MySpace. I'm still there.
Choco's on OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, nice.
Link in bio.
Yeah.
But no,
and
Facebook, Twitter,
Facebook, sweet.
Twitch, Instagram, Discord.
And TikTok too. We're starting to do. We have a
Okay.
TikTok there that we started recently, and we're throwing a bunch of different content up there too. So you definitely want to check that out.
Nice. And my editor threw their YouTube channel link in the chat. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and click that. Give these guys a sub. They put out awesome content. Their podcast is awesome. These guys know how to put on a show, and I promise that you will really enjoy it. So be sure and check that out. And we got Retro Rivals in the house. We got Carl in the house. We got my boy Cup of Nintendo in the house, which he's actually starting a YouTube channel. Him and his brother, Friday, their first video comes out. So that's very cool.
Awesome. Sweet.
So guys, I want my audience to get to know each one of you a little bit. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go from left to right, starting with Eric. And I want to have you guys introduce yourselves to my audience and just tell my audience a little bit about yourself, whatever you want to share. It can be anything. So let's start with Eric.
Cool. I go by the 23rd Stallion. The kind of games that I usually like to play. Actually, let's just start with my favorite video game all time. Shining Force 3 for the Sega Saturn is my favorite game all time. But no, I'm probably one of the weirdest when it comes to like video game taste. I could like bump around to strategy role players. I could bump around to Smash Brothers, and I'll play some indie platformers. Like it just depends. I'm a big artwork type of guy, so if like the art direction of the game hits me a certain way, I'll be like, okay, I'll mess with that. And if the music is there, then I'll play the entire damn thing. Like I'm just like Cyber Shadow, Astral Chain, stuff like that. So also the Resident Evils, I'm a big fan of those. But yeah, I mean, I'm very random when it comes to the kind of games that I play, but I'm huge fan of couch co-op games. Always.
Right on, dude.
Yeah, grew up on that stuff. Double Dragon 2, Double Dragon in the arcade, Streets of Rage,
Yes.
Final Fight. I mean, any beat 'em up, pretty much. Couch co-op, I'm about. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hell yeah, very nice. And real quick before we move on to the next guy, I want to tell you, you're gonna be disappointed in me. Okay. So all right, so I started playing Astral Chain. Okay, and I was having a blast with it. Great game. I was really enjoying it. I didn't get very far into it. I got about an hour into it, and like I said, I was really enjoying it. But I got distracted by another game, dude.
That's what always happens.
And I haven't gone back to it yet. So I'm gonna go back to it though. I just have to, you know what I mean? I'm probably just gonna have to start it over because I was only like an hour into it.
I was about to say, if it's an hour, yeah, just start from the beginning.
Yeah, just start again.
Like I was explaining to Sticks, who stopped for a bit and he started again. It's one of those games. Yeah, you have it plays so different that you gotta just go through it because you're gonna forget how to play it and all that stuff, and you don't want to do that. So
it'll take about a half hour to figure out how to play again.
Yeah.
And then when you get the groove back and play with an actual regular controller instead of handheld with the Joy-Cons. Not the way to play that game with that control scheme. The controller that's built for it.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely that's the way to jump back in, but it does pick up.
Yeah. And real fast, I want to shout out NES Addict in the house. Awesome dude. Got to meet him at Southeast Game Exchange and hang out. Really cool guy.
Nice.
So thank you for popping in, man. All right, next.
I'm Al G857. What's good, everybody? Also, I'm like a puzzle guy. Like I like puzzle games a lot. I like brain teasers. I like everything else, but I focus heavily on puzzle games. Like if it intrigues me or catches my eye, I'm in.
Yeah.
Tetris is my main puzzle type of game. I also have a Tetris Tuesday live stream that I do every week, and this past week actually had an interesting one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I streamed playing original classic Tetris with a Guitar Hero controller.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
2-hour stream. It was tough, man. It's backwards inverted controls.
That's weird.
But I think after playing 2 hours of anything, you get the hang of it. And I started actually doing good. Towards the end, I got like over 100,000 points. I was like, wow.
So here's the question: when are you gonna beat Dark Souls with a Guitar Hero controller?
I'm sure somebody's out there who's like, yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's been done. It's on YouTube, and it's insane.
Oh no, they did.
Oh wow,
that's insane.
Wow,
Wow,
man. Come up with Jesus.
But yeah, besides puzzle games, though, I do like. I got into RPGs late. My first RPG was Final Fantasy VII.
Nice.
My PlayStation, but then I fell in love with them after that. Yeah, I also love the Resident Evil franchise. Big
Hell
fan.
yeah. Favorite Resident Evil game? Go.
Resident Evil 2.
Okay. I mean, that's a solid choice.
Or Code Veronica, actually. It's like neck and neck. Like those
Man, he didn't even mention 4 at all. I am disappointed. We're ending the broadcast. It's over.
No, 4 is awesome. They're all really good.
Yeah.
In their own. But, 2.
There's so many good ones. They're really
Oh,
so
yeah.
good ones.
Yeah. For sure.
Game Boy Color one, man.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Sleeping on Barry's story.
Yeah.
What is this?
I hope this isn't
Joe's blood.
Resident Evil Revelations too. Yeah, Barry's got a story in that.
It could be a Joe sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
Him and his cheesy daughter.
Oh God, I can't even.
You got any more?
No, that's it, man. That's pretty much.
All right.
So
I guess I'll let y'all in on a little secret.
let's hear it.
Yeah, so I mean, my type of games are kind of weird. I mean, I have like obviously the co-op games and the beat 'em ups and everything and the shooters and mostly old school stuff. It's pretty much my go-to, which is why I have Throwback Thursday. But I do, people might not know I like playing new games also because they don't see me play anything new on the channel, except with what you guys like, Streets of Rage and all that. But I'm more of a story-driven type guy and very quirky, weird Japanese games, like from back in the day.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they don't really have many quirky Japanese games, or I just have to find them so I can get back into them.
Yeah.
But like games like Untitled Goose Game, like I wouldn't touch something like that, and I was like, yeah, give me that. Let me play that.
Katamari.
Katamari, yeah. Some stuff like that, weird stuff. But story-driven games like The Walking Dead, Telltale games, and mostly Telltale games, a lot of them, and like Detroit, stuff like that. I play those. A lot of the like action-based type games, like one-player games like Nier, and obviously Uncharted and like Last of Us and stuff like that. As far as new, but yeah, I play pretty much everything. But pretty much everything. But probably real time strategy games I will never touch. Yeah. Like I won't play a Command and Conquer or anything. Like that. Anything PC, probably not too much.
Yeah,
if it's really based off of the PC. But console type, I can play pretty much everything. There are games I just don't play, like some of the top games, like your strategy games and stuff like that. But I'll play the low level ones that nobody cares about.
You'll mess with like what's that, Joan of Arc?
Yeah, Joan of the Arc. And
then you play
Vandal Hearts.
Strange strategy
Vandal Hearts,
role
I
players.
do, Vandal Hearts. So I can't say I don't play any strategy games, but I don't play the main ones. But I mean, the one thing that I haven't really fell back on, besides like the Final Fantasy VII Remake, is JRPGs. I haven't really jumped back into JRPGs within the last 2 generations for some reason. I used to be big on them. But I guess it might be because of the time and because of the stories also. Sometimes they're just not as good. Or it's just more cliche now. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, and yeah.
Sweet.
For games, that's pretty much it.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah, I am Turbo857. I guess I would consider myself a resident Nintendo fan on the channel.
Right on.
Nintendo super fan.
It's the only Nintendo consoles. I've probably owned every single home console for Nintendo in almost all their handhelds, except for the original Game Boy. I just think
Virtual Boy, don't lie.
And not the Virtual Boy. Yeah. I never liked the black and white screen. I couldn't do it with the Game Boy games. They were
black and red.
I wasn't into black and red. Yeah, okay. So, but Zelda's probably that's the franchise that really made me a gamer. I played in television, ColecoVision, Atari, Sega Master System. I played, all this. It was Zelda. That was like, okay.
Still have your Link pajamas?
I still have it. Still fits.
And you didn't wear it for the podcast? Come on, man.
Serious. I was thinking of wearing like a green hood, but I was like, I'll just save it for Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah, I still have my ocarina. Yeah, still got the ocarina flute. Yeah, still got that. Most of my, I think I like action, adventure, and role playing, and that's like that's from turn based to action, adventure, role playing to strategy role playing games. Fire Emblem's a great series. Shining Force is a great series.
Yeah.
Skies of Arcadia. Anything that's like a really good role playing game, I'll give it a shot. If it has a sword, I love games with swords. You cleave somebody. If I can cleave somebody, yes.
Yes.
If I like Resident, I can shoot somebody too. Metal Gears, Mega Man's, any game in those I played every game in those franchises.
You're getting a little violent, but I love it.
Metal Gear, Mega Man.
You say cleave somebody and don't say Berserk?
Berserk is not. Berserk's a great game.
When you see the limbs just pop from each person, those are the kind of games I like. Like, whoa.
No, Warriors games, no. I love Warriors games. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden's great, but no, Warriors, Berserk, and Vandalhawk. That was you could really cleave somebody in two. That's a really
So what's with the word?
cleave somebody. It's like cleave. It's great.
It can't be cleaved.
Nah, but those games are great. Trying to figure out what a favorite franchise, which was Zelda and Mega Man. No, that's probably much it. Castlevania is a great. Resident Evil's a good.
When they used to make Castlevania games.
Right.
Yeah, before Lord of Shadows, regular Castlevania games. So the mainline ones are really, really good.
Right on.
Right. Any Castlevania game. I don't think there's one that sucked. I think I love them all.
Load of Shadow.
It's like, I liked it. I never finished it because it was like God of War.
It's not
I
Castlevania.
was like,
it's God of War with a
Very
whip.
God of War.
God of War with a whip.
You know, and Gabriel Belmont, like, come on, dude. That's not the canon. No, that's his name, right?
The hell is
Gabriel.
Gabriel Belmont?
That was his name in Lord of Shadows. And then they kind of, I don't want to give a spoiler alert, but I just didn't like what they were doing with Dracula and Belmont. You know, it was weird. It was very, very weird. I'm like, this ain't the main line.
You got the
series,
cartoon now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Netflix did the lineage justice. You know, that's a great. I can't wait till they come out with the one with that stars Richter Belmont. You know,
Simon.
Nice.
Simon.
yeah, there's a great Belmont also. It's crazy.
Hell yeah. All right, Chalk, let's hear it.
So I'm Eric, aka Big Chalk. I am the resident fighting game player. I love fighting games.
Especially Smash.
No, I like Smash. I'm just not very good at it. My expertise, my current expertise when it comes to fighting games right now is Dragon Ball Fighters and Guilty Gear Strive.
No Street Fighter.
Tekken, I'm still pretty good at. Street Fighter 5, I can hold my own.
No Street Fighter.
What? Last time we played, bro, you know what happened.
Yeah, you got 3 out of 10.
Oh, boy.
No, you're talking. No, that's Virtua Fighter 5.
No, that was 6.
That was 6-0.
That was 6-0.
But anyways, so yeah, and I'm a huge fan of the Halo and Gears of War franchises.
Hell yeah.
Love those games. I've played all the Gears, all the Halos, all the mainline story Halo games. Yeah.
Chalk is also the resident
Xbox.
Xbox fan.
Oh yeah.
Xbox.
That's right. That's right.
I'm the Xbox guy all day.
You were the first one with the Series X. Or was that Sticks?
What?
No,
Who had
That
the
was
Series
first.
X?
I think
You
I
were
was
the first.
first
You were
one.
the first
Yeah,
with Series X. Okay.
And yeah, what else do I play? And I play I like action games like Devil May Cry. I just started Astral Chain today.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
You see,
that's
I'm
what's up.
I'm infecting everyone, and I love it.
And
We don't want to hear you anymore.
It's working.
It's
working.
And as far as games go, Astral Chain it's passable. It's it's okay.
I'll throw this mug at you right now.
Ooh.
Pull his mic off, man.
Shots fired.
Would have no. As far as action games go, it's cool. Like the story so far, I'm only like 2.5 hours into it.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I guess I got past the first major thing that happened. I finished chapter 2, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, good.
Nice.
That game is dope.
I'm about to say, if you like it now, your head's gonna explode. It's like towards the end, it's going to explode.
But yeah, that game's pretty dope. I can't lie.
If sorry to cut you off, but if Retro Rivals is still in the chat, just if Scott's there, if you just ask Scott about Actual Change, just look at his face.
Yeah.
It's like 10 out of 10. Like he just goes into a Zen state when he talks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is great. And as far as like favorite fighting games go, I'd have to say Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Okay.
And
the classic.
Yeah, but Dragon Ball FighterZ is close.
That's awesome.
It's up there.
It's really good.
It's up there. They did that game right.
Wow.
I still have not played it. I have it, but I haven't played it.
I haven't played it either. But
It's how I always wanted a Super Nintendo Dragon Ball game to be.
Nice.
They finally get it. They finally get it after so many years.
Dragon Ball games used to suck. They
Mhm.
used
Yeah,
to
they
suck.
used to.
Hell yeah.
Screen and stuff. It's cool.
But they're cool. I mean, it's cool now.
Yeah.
And as far as any hidden talents, you can see that on my OnlyFans.
He's a gymnast. He's a gymnast.
He's a gymnast.
No, just the only hidden talent I really do have is I bake some slamming cookies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, dude, when I come to New York City next year, if I hang out with you guys, I got to try some of these cookies, man.
Yeah, let me know.
Oh yeah.
It's not
When
if
your
it's win. It's win.
Win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just tell me when you're gonna be here. You'll have a bag.
Oh yeah.
Hell yes. Nice.
Yeah.
And real fast to everybody in the chat, if you guys at any point have any questions, throw those in the chat. I can pop them up on the screen and we can read them out and get some answers for you. Yeah. So, all right. So next thing I want to get into, guys, and it's something you guys do on your podcast. I usually do on mine, and that is, what are we playing? So let's start. Let's go from left to right again. Let's just go through what everybody's playing.
What am I playing? I just finished a game, and I really see my memory's so bad because I
Fist of the Ninja.
I drank so much last night.
You just beat the Ninja game.
Cheers.
Yes. I beat Within the Blade for the Switch. It's a really awesome awesome ninja game that like it looks old, like a
Really?
8-bit. Like when you look at your, because I'll be honest, when I first bought it, I said I probably wasted my money. This looks ugly as shit. What am I doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me give it a shot.
Mhm.
Oh my god, the combat is deep. You can craft weapons. You could split people in half. Yeah, you can cleave them. You can cleave them. Yeah, you can cleave them.
Yeah, nice.
They give you a grappling hook where
Word of the day.
you could hang like Spider-Man in that
Mhm.
shit. It is, the combat is so deep, and it's a nice length game too. It's like probably 10, 11 hours or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really awesome game. Last fight is pretty dope too. I was very, very impressed and very happy with my purchase with that.
What was it called again?
Within the Blade.
I'm gonna make a note of that. Within the Blade.
Yeah, that is an awesome indie game. Just beat that. Before that, I beat Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise.
Nice.
That game is the shit. If you're a Fist of the North Star fan, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible, especially when you get to do like the mini games, like you own a brothel.
You own a brothel?
Which has nothing to do with this.
It has nothing to do with it. I don't know why it's in the game, but
They call it nightclub.
Fists
but, you
of
know,
the North Star?
It's like a
Yep,
brothel.
yep.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, I took it too far.
That's Fist of the South Star. Different, different thing completely.
Oh, man.
Also on OnlyFans.
Porn star.
a Fist of the
I'm pretty sure that's probably that.
That's
Yo,
probably-
I had one mission left in the game. I spent 2 hours at this nightclub, like with customers and
Oh, well.
it was like managing your girls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One was absent from work. I fired her. It was out of control.
Damn.
And you bartend. I've never seen that in a Fist of North Star.
No,
Bartending is
Any of that.
hilarious.
No,
No nightlife.
No,
And Fist of North Star.
dude, they were bugging out. But it's so awesome. It's so awesome.
Nice.
The only thing I'm playing right now, other than that, was Smash Brothers. But
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I'm having a rough time. Trying to get Sephiroth or Cloud to elite status. It's been a grind, and yeah,
It's tough.
It's
tough.
painful.
Yeah.
It's been very painful. But that's it. That's all I'm playing.
Sweet.
What you got?
I actually played a little bit more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's Ace Attorney. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's set in a different time period. Obviously, it's like the origin of how it came to be. But
Same guy?
no,
it's an ancestor.
It's a different, it's
Oh,
an
okay.
ancestor of.
So he passed
Great
down the
great
lineage.
grandfather.
Mhm.
Kind of. Well, it's like a great grandfather.
But
or
You can pass down lawyer?
but the lawyer.
You can pass down lawyer?
well,
The lawyer bad. He got the
There you go.
lawyer.
the license.
Take it.
Had this in my family for no, it's a good game. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and I just forgot about the game. Well,
It has an OnlyFans page?
yeah. Oh yeah. I completely just drew a blank.
It's from the drinking from last night, man. Everyone's laboring.
Yeah, no, I forgot what the heck I was gonna say. It's come to me at the wrong time.
It's a good game.
It's gonna come to me at the wrong time. But all right, I guess I'll talk about. I recently completed my Tetris collection.
Oh, nice. Dude,
Yeah.
congrats.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yes. And collecting never ends. So
Yeah.
Now that I got that, secretly I've been collecting it. Everything to do with Tetris, as far as physical games. So
Oh, sweet.
I got Tetris Jenga. I
Mhm.
just got.
Nice.
There's another cool Tetris. It's called Tetris Duel, which is it's like Connect 4. Remember that?
Yeah,
The game
yeah,
Connect
yeah,
4,
yeah.
but it's with Tetris.
Really?
That's
Both of you
interesting.
have the identical pieces. They're colored, and you take turns and try to block the other person at the line. It's interesting
What?
stuff.
That's awesome.
There's also a card game. I'm waiting on it to get sent over. I saw it available.
Yeah, I was
Tetris
about to
card.
say. I thought there was a Tetris card game. I think I actually have that one, dude.
Oh, you do?
I think so, and I think it's in storage. But yeah, I think I have that one.
Oh, yeah. So I got that on order. What else? Oh, I have 2 of them actually. It's an arcade micro. They made like a Pac-Man one. They made like a Donkey Kong.
Tiny.
The little arcade like pocket thing that you just put in. I have 2 of them. The first one, oddly enough, I ordered this one online, and I got it, and then I went to a Walgreens of all places,
That was still
and it was in the toy. I just happened to just like pass the toy section, and I saw. I was like, is that a Tetris? The thing
At
that I just
Walgreens.
bought from and it was actually cheaper than what I paid for freaking online. I'm like, yeah, so I had to get it. I had to get it.
You can return it.
That's a weird idea.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's within 30 days, right? You can
Yeah, hell
return it
yeah.
on Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I can keep it.
Yeah.
I got two.
Yeah.
One I can open, the other one I can just leave in the package.
There you go.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, Al, let's hear it.
Nah, you just went.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sticks. Let's hear it.
I mean, I could talk about Throwback Thursday and my classic game.
Oh, that game. Oh,
So, all right, if y'all know Radical Reggie,
Mhm.
there's a game that he harasses me to play. He's been harassing me for about 3 months to play.
Mhm.
It's for PlayStation 1. It's called Clock Tower 2.
Oh yeah.
And I played Clock Tower 1. I enjoyed the hokiness of it. And I like the Scissor Man. It is a terrifying hunchback of Notre Dame guy. And he just chases you, and the sound of the shears is pretty cool. So I don't know why I never played part 2. But it's a point and click adventure game, so it's probably
Really?
why. Yeah. It's still like you can play it with a mouse and stuff, but I mean obviously it's with a controller. So I finally threw it in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing it for a while, and I realized, I was like, where is Reggie? Since he begged me to play this, constantly.
he wasn't there for like the first half
Hour, right?
almost the first
Like
half.
I could say a half hour.
I had to hit
40
him up.
minutes.
I had to hit him up in the chat. Like, yeah, where you at? Oh shit, I forgot.
And he's like, I forgot he was playing right now.
Yeah.
And then he jumps in, and I'm like, all right, finally, you can tell me where to go, because I'm streaming this, and I don't know where to go in this game, because it's not like, it's like a semi-puzzle type game.
Yeah.
But it didn't age well, obviously.
Not bad. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's still hilarious because of the way that you get killed in it. I mean, there's an enemy in the game. I wasn't really feeling this little like doll chick chasing you with a knife. So I mean, I like the Scissor Man. I wanted him in the game again. So I was kind of disappointed there. But she just runs up to you and she stabs you like right above in your gut, like slow.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, and it happened so stupid. Like the way that I died in this game is so stupid. It's hilarious to watch because a guy just touches my neck and it's like game over. I'm like, wait, what happened? What happened? He just tickled me and I died.
Yeah.
Like,
Wasn't a tickle.
no, it was a death touch. But it's a stupid game, but it was fun. It was good, and it reminded me of the first one. So yeah, it's just ancient.
Yeah.
I would like to see a new version, and when you can walk around with the controllers. That'd be pretty cool. But that was part of Throwback Thursday. And what else have I? We played Avengers.
Oh, nice. How is it?
Love Avengers.
Well, this week they had like a experience points perk where it's 4 times.
Yeah, 4 times XP. But I think they had it was like an open play.
It was free this weekend too.
Yeah, it was free this
So
weekend.
everyone who didn't try it,
every
can
hero
play it.
Awesome.
And I think that's until today, right?
Yeah, till the end of the day today, I believe.
Yeah, so you can still try it out today. But I was trying to beef up my character because we play online, and I only play online. These guys play outside of that, so they're always above me in level. So I figured I'd catch up a little bit. So
Yeah.
I had to play that, and that was taking up time because I wanted to play and finish Astral Chain so I can move on to some of my backlog of games. So I played that also for an entire day to catch up. So I'm pretty much near the end now. And hey, Al, stop. But I'm pretty much near the end of Astral Chain, and obviously with Avengers, I was building my character. So that's pretty much all I did this week because of their damn experience points. They made me play, damn it. But no, it's a great game. Avengers is great, and I don't play it enough. And there's other stuff like there's stuff coming out that I should still play, and there's stuff from that they keep dropping new stuff in Avengers to play. So they have the Wakanda Adventures, not the
Wakanda
War for
Adventures.
Wakanda, August 17th.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's coming up. The Black Panther.
Wakanda Adventures.
That's funny.
Might as well. If Blink was in it, it'd be called that. But yeah, so I have to catch up to be on point when these guys want to play, because we play 4 players on the channel.
Soon.
Yeah, man. All
Hell yeah.
Yep.
But that's it for this week.
Cool. Let's hear it, Turbo.
All right. The main game I've been playing, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Oh, nice.
That old ass game.
Yeah, I got 3 games I got to get this month. Game I was playing, Grace Eternity, whatever. I want to buy that. Then there's The World Ends With You, Neo World Ends With You. I played a demo of that. The game's awesome.
Sweet.
And I was like, all right, maybe I should hold off on Skyward Sword because I beat it for the Wii. Maybe I should wait for a price drop. But then I don't know. One night I was just on the eShop. I was like, let me just get this game. Let me get it. And I love the upgrades they did for that. The 60 frames, of course. I'm going to say, seeing that game run that way looks awesome.
I bet.
And the graphics look better because now it's at 1080p. Before it was like 480p. And I'm like, oh, wow, I can actually see Link's face doesn't look blurry.
Right.
Everybody's sharper and it's great. But the thing that blew me away the most, of course, the motion controls. I love them. For the Wii, I love them. They really work really well for the Switch. But I was like, let me see how the button-only one works. And that works. I don't know how they did it, but it really works well. And you can play it portable. And I was just like, all right. Because I was reading some reviews on, too, and there were just some people like, all right, it's great, it's great. And some other people were like, well, the analog and the button controls has the same problem as the motion controls. And I've read some hater ones, right? So I was like, okay, all right. Let me play this for myself. And I'm like, I don't know what these guys are talking about. I'm like, I play it both ways. I interchange between the motion controls.
He plays both ways.
Uh-oh. Start that OnlyFans.
Extra change.
I ain't going to that.
But the game plays really well. And I read articles about Skyward Sword also. They said in Japan, the sales are doing really, really well.
Oh, yeah.
Some strange reason. It's like, they were just like, it makes it more accessible now that it has button-only controls as well as the motion controls. And it plays, if it's the same game, but it feels like a new experience. So I was just like, I don't feel guilty at all spending $60 on a game I beat 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I
was just like, no, I enjoy playing the game. It's addicting, and I'm still playing it now. And I'm like, wow, it's just like what the game, not even that many improvements, minor improvements, and it makes the game.
Well, we're spoiled now.
So much.
It makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference. So
Did you get the Zelda Joy-Con?
They were sold out. I've been trying to get them for months. And they're sold out.
They actually added a fix to those. They added a little.
They had those little strips, or whatever like
strips
that.
in there. They put it in there.
Yeah.
So they learned.
Cool. So no, Nintendo. They saw the YouTuber who did
No, man, they had it before.
No, man, they took it right from him, man. And I'll tell you one thing that I liked about Skyward Sword's button controls, the analog. I've been talking about this off and on for the last 10 years after I played it for the Wii, and I said, you know what? Because a lot of people turned off by the motion controls. Either they you click with them or you don't. They click with me. I like them, but a lot of people don't.
Me too.
When they're great, they're great. When they're not, they're not. But I thought they really worked well with the Skyward Sword for the Wii. But now, with the button controls, I just lost my train of thought. Totally lost.
Happened to me too, man.
Rambling.
It didn't have the waggle.
The waggle.
Didn't have the Wii waggle.
The Wii waggle. No, it didn't have the waggle. It's like the button control ones. Oh no, I've been talking about this for years. So I know Nintendo looked at one of my comments.
Oh yeah.
And so how I was
sure
very
the only one.
No, I was very technical on how the analog could work. I was like, you hold it up, he holds the sword up, you power that up, and then you swing it to the left, so it strikes left. I talked about the same technical details on how this should work, and when I see it now that I'm playing it, I'm like, it's amazing.
Yes.
And they owe that to me.
Wow.
Good job.
I'm kidding. No. But no, I'm amazed that they did it the same way I envisioned it, and it plays amazing. Plays amazing. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Before I lost my train of thought.
Right on.
That's all you're playing?
Yeah. Of course, I'm playing a little bit of Doom. Doom is still awesome. But serious. Oh, man, it's so brutal. I love.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, you can cleave people in it. Yeah.
Shane, part one still on Game Pass?
Yeah.
It is on there. Okay.
The original.
They're gonna take it away in like a week. Watch.
Doom Eternal, the original one from the 64.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Bethesda's a first party now, man. It's
Bethesda.
Yes.
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
So that and a little bit more of Nier. Yeah, I beat some like these two naked androids to just beat. So it was like that's a part now. They got some.
It's a good part. I know.
You have my attention. You have my attention all of a sudden.
That was it. That's it, man.
All right. That's it. Let's hear it, Chalk.
Start with what I was playing on Fighter Fridays. I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters. I haven't played that game in like 2 months, so I expect to get stomped out. What are you talking about? In that 2-hour stream, I lost 3 fights, which is insane.
It's pretty good.
I played over 20.
Wow. I saw the 3.
Yo, that hate is.
You only saw 3. You lost.
Of course you did. And for once, Radical Reggie came into my chat and was actually cheering me on.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't troll me.
He's not being
It wasn't
himself.
a setup. It wasn't a setup.
It's because I finally played the game he wanted me to.
Put him in a good mood. Yeah, put him in a good mood.
But yeah, I did surprisingly well with that stream. And yeah, Fighter Fridays is every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. And we played Streets of Rage together. Remember?
Oh,
Nah,
the
Streets
DLC.
Rage 4.
Huh?
Streets Rage 4.
Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah.
We
Rage is a
We
different game.
played that, and then we all played Gears 5 together.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
5-player.
yeah, 5-player horde.
That was a
mode.
lot of fun.
Videos coming soon. Right?
Oh, that stuff is on
Sweet.
Twitch right now if you want to watch it now.
Yeah.
Let's go to that.
That was a lot of fun.
Go to that Twitch.
Yeah.
Next
And,
time we'll do the 50
Nah, we wouldn't.
round horde mode.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we could rock with
No,
that.
we
Nice.
finished the 12 ones kind of
No,
quick.
we
Yeah, if
can
we-
rock
if we-
that.
What we did? We did 30. No, we did like
we
22
did 3
rounds.
rounds.
30
3 rounds.
Did 3
Three
rounds.
rounds of
Yeah,
12.
that's
That's like 36.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can rock
Definitely
50
did 50.
And
easily.
I've been playing a lot of Guilty Gear Strive.
Mm-hmm.
That game is super fun. It's just so beautiful to watch.
The art is insane.
Does it have any
That looks
similarities to Dragon Ball? No.
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 No. Dragon Ball is it's a way faster pace than
There's a lot of
Guilty Gear
auto.
Strive. Yeah, and in Dragon Ball,
Dragon
there's auto combos and stuff. Nah, Guilty Gear, you got to put the work in to learn how to play.
awesome.
Pretty much.
I might have to mess with that.
Don't hate on
Yeah.
auto combos. They're cool.
I didn't say they weren't. I'm just saying.
I'm jumping.
Tell me
This
the
hater.
difference
No, this hater.
Yeah,
I'm
we
good
got
too.
mad
I'm
Yeah,
good.
but
defensive.
Guil-
just
Guilty
If you
Gear
don't
is-
like Dragon Ball, then you can still check out Strive because it's not the same game. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm making sure.
Mad defensive.
And I started Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition
Oh, nice.
with Virgil.
Why you playing
That's
that
fun.
again?
What?
Why you playing that again?
Damn.
You know what? Yo, why you always
Yo, he's
like
like
everything
everything
I
today, yo.
everything I say he has a problem.
Yeah, he's
No,
such a
that's all.
hater.
Virgil in Devil May Cry 5 play the same way as in Devil May Cry 3.
I did not play him. Devil May Cry 3.
Devil May Cry.
No.
Damn, Kev, that wasn't even a word.
I was imitating
No,
his
that was
stutter.
me. Yeah, that's because I stuttered.
See, stop
But,
hating. Stop hating.
And then what else did I play? I played, as I mentioned before, I played Astral Chain.
Sweet.
Yes. Say it again.
Astral Chain.
Heisenberg.
I played a little Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I think that's it.
Nah, that scary game you're supposed to do.
Nah, I didn't play that scary.
Oh,
You
that's
play
coming, that's coming soon.
At some point.
Mm-hmm.
At some point.
Now we already made it October, so
Yeah,
you might as well
mhm.
just wait.
I need to stop being obsessed.
We
Calm
get
down.
4 weeks. It's fine.
No, we want to
It's
see
fine.
you scream and shit yourself on a stream.
It's it's crazy. It's like, why don't you guys stream the games? You guys can play them all the time.
No, we want to
I'm
hear
gonna.
you scream.
I'm gonna.
Like, we want you to
I got
play.
no problem. I'll do it.
I love those games.
I hate you. Yeah, that's it. That's all
Yeah.
I'm playing.
All right, cool, man. Good stuff. So, all right. So, dude, I'm always playing way too many damn games at once, man. So, all right, let me start with the Switch. So, right now on the Switch, I'm playing through Zelda Breath of the Wild again, just because I haven't played through it since 2017. So, I'm playing through it again in preparation for Breath of the Wild 2. Hopefully next year. We'll
Are
see.
you doing master mode?
No, I'm not doing Master Mode. I'm just playing through it, regular. And you know what? After not playing it for 3 years, the game still feels mostly fresh. So it's, it's nice playing through it a second time, waiting, several years in between. So I'm playing through that again. Also on the Switch, I'm playing Dragon Quest Builders. I'm almost done with that game. That game's a lot of fun. I really like it. Very addicting. It's almost like, I don't know if any of you guys have played it, but it's almost like a cross between an action RPG and Minecraft, except there's more emphasis on the exploration and the action than there is the building and mining. You know what I mean?
That's good.
You can still build. You can still build stuff. You know what I mean? And it's woven into the story. So, but there is definitely more emphasis on doing quests and fighting and exploring and all that good stuff. So I've been playing that. Almost through that, and then also on the Xbox Series X. Via Game Pass, I'm playing through Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Ooh, I want to play that.
I want to get into the EQ.
Dude. So, the Yakuza Like a Dragon is awesome, dude. I am loving that game. And here's the great thing about it. If you've never played another Yakuza game, you don't have to, because this game has its own story, its own characters, its own story. It has some callbacks to some of the other games in the series, but it's its own thing, and it's a turn-based RPG. Now, these days, normally, I'm not much of a fan of turn-based RPGs like I used to be in the past, and it's simply because of time. You know what I mean? Typically, those games are really long, and I just don't have enough time to play through them. But this game, the combat is so much fun, dude. It's hilarious. Just to give you an example, you team up. You get this one guy on your party. He's a homeless man. He joins your party, becomes real good friends with you, and he has moves. Some of his moves, he'll take some bird seed and throw them on an enemy, and then pigeons will attack them out of nowhere. Or he'll start drinking some liquor, and then he'll light a lighter and blow fire in somebody's face, dude. Just shit like that, man. It's awesome, dude. It's a really funny, over the top game, but at the same time, it has a fantastic story with a lot of amazing characters. I can't recommend it enough. Now, it is a long game. I think it takes like around 60 hours, 40 to 60 hours to make it through the main story, and that's just if you plow through the main story. So yeah, it's there's a lot of content there. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and then also on the Xbox. So I'm ashamed to admit I've never played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Ooh. That is a game that I've never played, and I've always heard great things about it. Always. Yeah, I've always heard great things.
Still holds up pretty well.
It does. So a couple nights ago, I saw it on the store on Xbox on sale for $5. I'm like, you know what? I've always wanted to play it. Why not? So I downloaded it, played it for about an hour, and it just sucked me in immediately. I really like it, and what I like about it is it's not a turn-based battle system. It's a real-time battle system, and it works really well. And you're right, Turbo. It does still hold up for sure. So I'm really enjoying that, and I'm looking forward to playing through that. I'm also playing with my editor. Me and him are playing through World War Z via Game Pass. That game's so much fun, dude. Very intense, very, very intense game. And then we're also playing through Darksiders. Help me out here, guys. Darksiders Generations.
Or Genesis.
Genesis. That's right.
That's
Darksiders
co-op, right?
It is two-player co-op.
Yeah, 2-player split screens.
It's solid, dude. It is a solid game.
I heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah. We're liking it quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, no, that's not it. I'm always playing a GameCube game, like I told you guys when I was on your podcast. So right now I'm playing Simpsons Hit and Run on the GameCube for an episode of GameCube Gallery.
That game's pretty cool.
Yeah, that
wasn't bad.
I never beat that, but I like that game a lot.
Yeah.
What was the one that you did like on?
That was
the Simpsons the game.
That was for Xbox 360.
Oh, that game's incredible.
That was 2 players. They split the screen vertically.
That's probably the best.
That was amazing. That was a great That game and Simpsons Hit and Run. I think those are the best too.
Oh yeah,
Simpsons games that they made.
Yeah, I agree. So all right, cool. So let's before we get into the next kind of topic I want to discuss with you guys, let's do some shout outs in the chat. We got Ulfric05 in the chat. Thank you for joining. We got Labowie Bass Music. Thank you for joining, Laura. What else we got? We got Jose Lopez. We got GIB84 Gaming. We got Falcom Scott, and I believe that's everybody new in the chat. And we're going to get to a few questions in the chat right now. Now, everybody watching, I can't get to everybody's questions in the interest of time. So if I don't get to some of your questions, please don't take offense. I have to pick and choose in the interest of time because I do have some stuff I want to talk to the guys about. So, but let's go ahead and pop up a question from Cup of Nintendo. Where did it go? Here it is. All right. So, what do you prefer? Original games on the original console or a fan of ports / remasters on new consoles? So, one or more of you guys, go ahead and jump right in. Let's hear it.
That's a tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Well, sometimes they botch the port, so it depends on the game.
That's true.
Actually, so
Mm-hmm.
you can port like an old time NES game,
Mm-hmm.
and then just spruce up the graphics and mess up the controls or mess up the music
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Then it's not true to the original. Like even if you do a port, it's still got to be true to the original as far as what got you into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if it has all those checked off, I'll play the port over the original.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also how easy is it to play? Like, can I play it right now, or do I have to hook up my old ass Nintendo and get a CRT TV?
Accessibility.
And how hard is it to play the game? So if you could just pop it on and go to like a virtual console system or something, and then just hit the button, it's fine by me as long as the game plays good and doesn't lose the magic.
I would like to see a port of Punch Out for the Switch.
Yes.
And the Wii Punch Out is one of those games. It's like I have so much fun playing it, but like you said, like what am I going to hook up my,
It's hard to hook up.
But having the Switch portable, you can bring it with me. It's
So you don't have a problem with any ports, basically.
I don't have as
it's good.
Yeah,
As long as they don't sabotage it.
yeah. As long as
I think most
As long
ports
as
and
it's-
remasters are better. than
Yeah.
they fail. You know, like
For
it
sure.
just going back to Skyward Sword.
It's like a 60-40.
It's
like a 60-40.
It's
Depending on the quality of the product. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some crappy ports out there, man.
a lot
That's
of
true.
them done well though. I think I think most of them. It's like when we did the podcast, like on our podcast when we did remakes and we did ports, and we did bad ports. I think it was easier to come up with good remakes and remasters that were done than it was to come up with something. I had to really
They've
think
gotten
about what
better.
was-
They
Yeah.
started with real rough.
Yeah.
Real rough.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Real rough.
But some games, it depends. Al, speaking of this question, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever played any of the Ace Attorney games before the one that you played for the Switch that were also available for the DS?
I've only played it on the DS.
Only on DS, because I was wondering if they're better on the DS than they were maybe on the Switch. Because I saw the
think it's-
console ones, I was like, I don't know if it's going
I
to be.
think it's better on the Switch. I think on the DS because obviously the resolution and everything.
They're all the
better.
same. Just text that you're reading.
Cleaner text. Wow. Why wouldn't you want to read cleaner text?
Mhm.
It's not 4K. Not 4K.
There you go. There you go.
It's not 4K.
The investigation part is probably easier on
Right.
on the Switch. Like they changed that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They give you like little hints, which they didn't do on the DS version.
They started with the 3DS. Yeah, they started giving you a little bit more hints. I hate getting stuck on the investigations. Oh, my
It would be
God.
like some stupid little pixel like thing that
Because you're looking
don't
in the
see.
background, you're like, you're not going to think to try to click that. It's like it could.
Yeah, man.
There are some people who do enjoy the originals though, and will not touch anything.
Yeah,
other
That's
than
true.
Not original because of
which
nostalgia.
Yep.
Yeah, nostalgia is strong, and
That's
there's some
true.
games though I do want to play the original over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there's similarities in the port. I mean, like, nah, listen, I want to play my tried and true. This is my baby. I'm playing this one,
Right.
and I'm not touching anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's cool to see the generational leap of something like that to see if they did it right.
Oh, for sure.
Like Final Fantasy 7. Like,
Mhm.
come on. There's no way. I mean, come on. I'd be hard pressed. I mean, obviously, it's the whole game.
That's a
Right.
remake.
That's a remake. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
There's
remaster?
how do you know which Final Fantasy I'm talking about? Did I say remaster?
Oh, that's a good point.
We know
There's
exactly
a Final
which one you're
Fantasy
talking
7.
There's a Final Fantasy
port.
7. Yeah,
That's
port,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
And it is a higher resolution, but I mean, it's like still. But a lot of people like playing the original, like Chrono Trigger or the Final Fantasies on PlayStation. It's load time differences, so you want to play the regular cart instead of waiting for all this loading and stuff with different writing.
I'm a
stuff like
fan.
that.
Yeah, like I'm a fan of the idea of ports, and remasters because it for an accessibility reason. It's good to see console manufacturers try to preserve their library. No one's doing it as good as Microsoft right now, with the Game Pass and stuff. But being able to play old games on newer systems is great. So I hope the need for remakes in the future dwindle and decrease a bit than they are now. Like, I don't really want to buy remakes of every freaking game I used to play 5-10 years ago.
Wait until you play a remake of a remake. It's happening.
Well, Last of Us,
Shadow of Colossus.
Last of Us is going to be a remake of a remake.
Yeah.
Remake of
I hope the graphical fidelity of these powerful consoles, really aid to getting rid of the remaster. We have smart delivery with the Series X, how it makes older games look better, just from a hardware, just from a hardware feature. So I hope that continues to be the norm, and we eventually stop seeing so many remakes because the graphics are really, really great this generation, and the one before, and the one before that. So remakes of 360 games, Xbox 360, PS3 games, like
just Nintendo 64 and PlayStation.
Yes.
Saturn. That's
like
pretty much where you got to stop it.
Dead Space remake.
That's what I was like.
I'm
like,
curious.
it was
about
60 frames.
No, that's
out,
going to
so
be
it's
approved.
like,
That's going to be something to prove.
Right.
Do they have to do it?
Right.
If it's not, and you're like, all right, again, then just
I mean,
stop.
It's not necessary.
Like
I'm
Resident
curious.
Evil 4 is a tough pill to swallow for a remake.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
well, not as bad as Last of Us. If they do a remake of freaking Last of Us
haven't heard
after a
anything.
remaster, I hope that's a lie.
I haven't
was
heard
like,
anything else.
because it's
I hope that's.
I was
that's
gonna
in the
say,
order. I hope
they-
it's-
I think that's a misunderstanding.
I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah.
I just remembered it. I got. We're talking about remasters, right?
Yeah.
There's God of War HD, God of War 3 HD remastered for the PS4.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bought that,
60 frames.
and well, it's not locked 60 frames, so it
Still?
jumps. Yeah, well, it jumps around. Like when the
Would you
big
prefer the
bosses-
original one or that one?
It, you know what? Honestly,
You don't
it
tell
doesn't
the
make.
difference.
There's not much of a difference.
Sometimes
Like,
they,
damn,
sometimes it's a cash.
I feel like I got gypped off. Like, yo,
Sometimes they do
freaking
that.
rip me off, man.
Sometimes they do that.
But now I have two. I have the, I have it for the PS3 and I have it for.
That's a waste. I can't believe
PS4,
it's not
but I'm
locked
like,
60.
Yeah, let
No,
me get
it's
that.
not.
You don't need that. Let me get
Like
that.
they try it, they shoot for it. For a lot of parts, it is, but it's when there's too much going on.
I'll take the
big
remake.
bosses.
I'll take the remake. You don't need it.
I mean,
I'll take the remake.
I'll take the remake.
I never played that
mean,
one. I didn't beat that one. That's why.
oh, you
So,
never beat.
I didn't beat 3. Yeah.
So anybody else have anything else to add before I throw in my 2 cents on this one?
Go ahead, man.
All right, so my whole thing is this. I want to play the best version of the game. As long as it still stays true to the original version, I want to play the best version of the game. So if that means the port or the remaster is the best version of that game, that's what I want to play. Just because I like to have the best experience possible. You know what I mean? Yep. And as long as the game doesn't feel like a brand new game and mess with the nostalgia factor of it, then I'm good. I have no problem with ports and remasters. As a matter of fact, I get pissed off when I see people on Twitter and in YouTube comments constantly bitching about ports coming to the Switch. And here's what pisses me off about it. Number one, ports come to literally every single console. It's not just a Nintendo Switch thing. It's a PlayStation thing. It's an Xbox thing. Every console has ports, but people like to act like it's just a Nintendo Switch thing. It's really, really fucking weird. Second thing, I'm of the mind that I want as many games as possible to come to a console, as many high quality games as possible to come to a console, right? I don't want shovelware or anything like that. So I say bring on as many ports as possible to the Switch, to the Xbox, to the PlayStation, whatever, as long as it doesn't take away from the development of brand new games as well. You know what I mean? Want to get the best of both worlds. But yeah, man, the people out there that constantly complain about ports, dude, just like, if you don't like it, just don't buy the game. Don't play the game. There are plenty of people out there that want that game to be ported. They want to buy it. They want to play it. Don't shit on somebody else's fun just because you're an angry little person. You know what I mean? So anyways, I could go on a rant about that.
So in regard to Switch ports, it doesn't it doesn't make that much sense, because it's like when you get when you get a port onto the Switch, it's like you get to play that game portable.
Yes, exactly.
As well as you do on
the name port.
Exactly.
Portable.
So it's just like, okay, it's a port, but now you can play it portable.
Yes.
Away from the TV, so it's
You're
it's giving you a new experience with that same game, enhancing its value. So
as long as it's not holding back the newer Nintendo games, like that Mario Kart 9 that's never coming out.
We got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We don't need a 9, right?
That's what I'm saying. 9 shouldn't even happen.
It is regarded as a port, though. It is.
It's port everything from the first one.
Yes, it is.
Actually, you brought up
And it's better.
And what about those Grand Theft ports?
I was just gonna get to that. You said you want to play the best version, right? But remember when PSP had the Grand Theft? Like, they were good, but it's not as good as the PS2.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they were like downgraded.
That was like when portables weren't powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
But handheld systems had probably had the worst ports.
Yeah, for sure.
You can play Grand Theft 3 on the
now,
Vita now. Actually, you can play it on the Switch. Grand Theft 3, they have a bootleg version.
They did.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, is it? Is Vice City's one of them?
All right, let's throw another question on the screen here. This one should be a quick one. This one is from Ulfric05. Your best racing game ever. And this person guesses that you're going to say Gran Turismo 2, but maybe not. All right, let's hear it. Best racing game.
Oh shit! I'm an arcade racing fan.
Me too.
On 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Burnout.
That's a good choice.
Either Burnout 3 or Burnout Revenge.
Yeah, just Burnout.
Burnout.
Oh, yeah?
That's the easiest way.
Yeah.
I really like Need for Speed Underground.
Nice.
And what's it called? Forza Motorsport. I think it's, which one do I have? I think it's Forza 5 that I have.
Not Horizon. It's a regular Forza.
Yeah, regular Forza.
Simulation, really?
Yeah.
Over the arcade?
It's dope, dude.
I never really got into Forzas.
Yeah, I mean,
they look beautiful though.
It looks fantastic, and you can do so much customization in that game. And if I knew more about cars, I would do more. But it's just cool to build a car the way you want. It's dope. I love it.
I like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I knew he was going to say that.
That's my choice as well.
It's great. That's fun.
I'll probably add
And
to
Sega Ages Outrun. That's those are my most.
I thought you were gonna say Outrun 2, like for sure.
No, Sega Ages Out. No, there was one for the Outrun 2 for the 360, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I
can't
can't play it though. I can't play it on anything right now.
I thought you were going to say F-Zero.
So
that.
F-Zero, no, F-Zero
F-Zero on the GameCube is dope.
On the GameCube is awesome.
Yeah.
I want.
That game's hard, dude. That is
It's
a hard game.
It's very tough, and
It's fast as hell.
I've been wanting them to come out just for the motion control wheel. I want them to come out with a freaking port of that
Oh,
game.
you mean with the
Yeah.
plastic?
the plastic,
The plastic?
the plastic.
They
Yes,
just turned plastic.
They just,
like
yes,
this.
turn plastic. It makes it. Yes. It's a great driving gameplay.
I can make it for you if you want. You want me to make it?
I already
Yeah,
own it.
paper.
No, I want F-Zero to play like that.
No, you can make it with like.
a duct tape on a cardboard.
I can make it right now. You really want to have that experience?
I want it designed for it. Designed for the Switch controller.
You
That's
roll
why I
toilet
want
paper and take the cardboard out the middle.
I'm doing that.
The two of those together and boom. You can just tape it on.
the disrespect.
Whatever.
Pretty much the same
A
thing.
paper plate.
Same thing.
Damn, man.
Try playing with the wheel. All right, I want you to try playing with the Wii wheel.
I'm like, what the fuck is I don't really play racing games, but Mario Kart 8 was awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome. And the only other one I really ever played was Super Monaco Grand Prix for Genesis.
That was-
And I actually
Hey.
enjoyed that.
That was a
Yeah,
great game.
yeah,
That was
it's
great.
good.
I
Yeah.
don't know how.
Oh, wait, hold on. Does Road Rash count?
Road Rash counts,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
for
a
sure.
racing game, yeah.
Mhm.
It's a
I'm
racing-
changing my answer. Road Rash 2 is my favorite.
Hell yeah.
Really?
I've got that on the shelf over there.
I wish it was. I wish there was like a new great one.
Yeah.
It's very aged now.
Yeah.
I would
Because the
definitely play that
same
game.
car or
Mhm.
bike keeps passing you. There's no
Yeah,
variety.
yeah.
The concept is great. The
Yeah.
concept is great.
It was fun though.
But they
Yeah.
butchered that when they had like the Harley Davidsons and stuff, and it was like choppers, and I was like,
Mhm.
nah, man, y'all going too like down south with this.
You know, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure there's a game that came out on the Switch, and I could be losing my fucking mind, okay? But I'm pretty sure there's a game that came out on the Switch that is similar to Road
I
Rash,
think you're right.
but it's also a roguelike game. I'm pretty sure, and I can't remember what it's called.
Roguelike Rash.
Oh man, yeah.
No, there is something. I
There's a-
remember
I
seeing
remember-
something.
I
spiritual
remember
successor.
something.
There's a
Yeah.
spiritual successor
Yeah,
to
I remember
Rogue.
hearing something.
Yeah. Need to look into that. That sounds like it could be pretty cool.
But then it could be just like that fake burnout though.
Could
Might
be.
have been a Kickstarter.
Remember what was it? Driving. What was the one? But
Outburn.
Oh, drive, dangerous drive.
Dangerous Drive.
Or driving
Mhm.
dangerously or something like that.
Dangerous Driver. Oh,
Driving
jeez,
dangerous.
that was terrible.
Yeah.
It was made by the same people who made Burnout. I was like, nah, it's not.
That was-
He said, no, it's not.
You
You're
know
not
it's
full of
off.
it.
It was just
It
off.
was very off.
It was just off.
Took my money. You know.
All right. So, all right. Here's what I want to get into next with you guys.
Great.
We didn't get a chance to really talk about this too much whenever I was on your podcast, and I like to ask a lot of my guests about this. And first, let me start by asking you guys this. You don't have to give me your exact age, but just to get a good idea, is everybody in the room there above the age of 30?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then you guys grew up in the same era that I did, right? So you grew up in the era where we didn't have cancel culture, right? People didn't get offended at every little fucking thing. And it was different times. You know what I mean? It was different times. Comedy was alive and well because people just didn't care. They were just like, yeah, bring on the offensive comedy. You know what I mean? Right. But now we live in an era where everybody gets offended by everything. And I say everybody, but in reality, it's really just a small group of people online that they just have the loudest voice, right?
Vocal minority.
The vocal not minority, exactly. So would it be safe to say, and I've heard you guys talk about this before in some points, but would it be safe to say that none of you guys are a fan of cancel culture?
That's very simple.
Cancel that.
Right on. So, all right. So, what's the solution here? I mean, what do you guys think the solution here? Because it seems like every year, it seems like it just gets worse and worse. And don't get me wrong, there are some things that people should definitely be canceled for, right? There's some horrible things that people do that they should ruin their career. They should be done. But I see shit that people get canceled for that I'm just like, why? Or it'll be something they did or said 20 years ago. You know, something they said or did 20 years ago that really isn't even that bad. You know what I mean? And you're just like, what? Okay, that was 20 years ago. Right. This person could be a completely different person now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, but what's the solution here? And cancel culture starting to seep into everything. Yeah. It's starting to seep into video games. It's seeping into movies. TV shows, books, music. I mean, it's just spreading like a fucking disease, and it's making it to where people don't have as much creative freedom as they did back in the day. And it's making it it's hurting the entertainment industry, especially stand-up comedy. It's really hurting stand-up comedy. Oh yeah. So I'm just curious. What are your guys like overall thoughts about cancel culture, and what do you think the solution is? I mean, do you think eventually this stuff has got to stop? Eventually, do you think there's going to be it's like a bubble that's just going to burst at some point, and then finally people are going to realize there's much bigger issues in the world to worry about than a word somebody said or something, you know what I mean? Something offensive somebody said. There's much bigger issues in the world. Like, I think there's
two things that have to happen in order to get some sort of balance. When I see cancel, like a illustration of cancel culture, I see people, and this happened with John Cena. Yeah. When he referred to Taiwan as a country. And, the U.S.'s stance on that is that it's not a country to appease China or whatever like that. He quickly, as soon as he got hate for that, he quickly ran and apologized. So I think I think people apologize too quick.
For sure,
because it was going to cost his franchise $100 million if he didn't. So there's a lot more at stake.
Yeah, that's true.
In that moment.
That's
Which
true.
sucks when we have money, it motivates a lot.
That movie is not doing well.
but then on the flip side, you got people like Joe Rogan, right? Anytime somebody tries to cancel Joe Rogan, you know what he does? He completely ignores it. And guess what? A few days later, they've moved on to the next thing that they're trying to cancel. They completely forget about it.
Yeah.
Well, they give Twitter too much power. That's the reason. That's the main reason for cancel culture.
For sure.
Because if 5 people say, "Hey, I have a problem with that," it's like, "Oh, the world has a problem." And it's like, no, it's just 5 people.
Exactly.
Relax, people.
Yeah. Exactly.
They'll tell you 3 quotes, and you're like, "Oh, the world is against this person." Like, no, it's 3 quotes of a billion people. It's not that crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
The power is crazy. It's too much.
The power of ignoring is like they do go away.
Well, look at the people who haven't. Look at the people who have been canceled. Like Eminem hasn't been canceled,
right?
Because
South Park,
South Park hasn't been canceled,
especially South Park.
Even though what they've done, people will go back and say, "You said this, you said this."
Damn right, I did.
Okay, okay. But when everybody tries to jump on it because they think they can cause you to like lose your career. People want to have the power to like do something when they have no power.
I think people also have to learn to be more not resourceful. They need to be more
forgiving.
Not resourceful, remorseful.
Yeah. Like, people make mistakes, man. We're all human. We all fuck up.
And even with we all fuck up, and when we make a mistake, you have to give people the space to make good on it and say sorry. It's like, and sometimes people say sorry. It's like, wow. They don't know. Most people don't do it perfectly. They don't say sorry perfectly, but you do get credit for an apology. And it's like when someone does something wrong, they can't take that back. They can only
they don't accept the apology though.
That's true.
And that's when the person who gives the apology says, "Look, I made the apology. I don't feel that way. I did this. I said what I said. I apologize for it." And that person should move on. Should be mature, move on, and keep it moving. He did his apology. That's it. He shouldn't go on a campaign apology tour after that.
Yeah.
Give your apology. There are certain things that are severe and that you do not necessarily deserve to lose your career sometimes, but you should see some sort of punishment.
For sure.
And once you get that punishment, and then you move on, and people just gotta learn to let things go. I think that's the problem.
They did that with what was it way back? It was Arnold Schwarzenegger? Remember?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
In the past, I behaved badly.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And that was it. That was it.
Yeah. And it's fine.
And it's like, I acted up in the past. My bad.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? I'm sorry. My bad.
It's like, what do you want to do?
I got to the chopper.
It's amazing how hard they hold on to the words that are typed.
Yeah.
Like you can be like anywhere with get off. First of all, this is how I think they should stop this stuff. Stop posting stupid shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
Don't post stupid stuff that don't
Yeah.
try and be controversial. There was years when people wanted to be controversial to get followers. And that's what's coming back to haunt all these people. Like 20 years later, like, I used to say racist stuff on here. I used to say stuff just to get people to see me.
Yeah, it's crazy because Kevin Hart could have hosted the Oscars until they. But hold on, who goes back 10 years to find these tweets?
Everyone now. Everyone now.
Yeah.
There's cyber sleuths.
It's crazy.
Cyber sleuths.
And then James Gunn got fired by Disney temporarily.
Yeah.
Because of his past tweets, but he got rehired. But it's like, dude.
Because they have the power to do so. And they give them the power to do it.
The punishment doesn't fit the freaking crime, man.
There's some
getting fired.
There's some crazy stuff that people do where like Kevin Spacey stuff that should have ramifications.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. For sure.
Yes.
But not for typing something. I mean, even depending on whatever. It's a long time ago. If you said that last week, and it was like, yeah, look at what I said. I'm like, all right.
And most
people,
go ahead. And most people apologize for it. You know,
you can change.
They apologize for
even if they were, even if they were horrible. You can change.
You know how much shit I used to talk 20 years ago?
Like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You mean 20 minutes ago?
Seconds ago. But the fact that people aren't always recorded and sent out to the world, you can say stuff and be fine with it. Like the next day, I didn't mean what I said.
Chuck, I'm sorry about that.
Or what people consider a joke, and you can't tell sarcasm. You can't tell jokes really.
No, just words.
Typing.
Yeah, you can't. It's impossible.
But as far as it going away, I don't think that this generation that's growing up with it is going to think that it's wrong. That's the problem.
That's
They're
true.
going to think that that's normal.
That's the way it
life.
is.
That's scary, man.
Like, there's nothing funny. Like I've seen people try, like watching old comedy and feel awkward about laughing. I'm like,
yeah.
What? You know it's funny.
That's like, no, that shit is hilarious.
And then
I
they'll
don't
look
give a fuck
around.
what you said.
They'll look around and see if their friend is laughing, and then they'll be like, "It's so fake. I hate it. I hate it so much."
To train them to.
And they always, that's how the internet is. Though they look to see who likes something, and then they agree based off other people. They don't have.
Let me ask you guys this real quick. So, okay, have you guys seen "Don't Be a Menace to South Central" while drinking your juice in the hood? What would happen if that movie came out today? Oh man!
You think you tough?
I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's black neck.
Well, why do you think? Why do you think Scary Movie changed so much? All those movies. You watched it happen.
Yo, Scary Movie 1 and 2 were hilarious.
And then we watched the Wayans brothers get pretty much silently canceled. I think they canceled themselves. It was too hard to do.
I really think they just stopped kind of participating in those
because Hollywood was changing.
The last movie I know that what was it? One of the Wayans brothers made a movie about.
Didn't they do White Girls or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, they did that house.
No.
Haunted House.
Haunted House was probably
It was
the
a
last
parody of 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh,
yeah, they did do that. They did do
50
that.
Shades of Black.
I've never seen that, man.
No one did.
I never saw it.
I think it's on Netflix.
I saw the review.
I don't care.
No.
I watched the review of it.
I won't watch that or Grey. I won't watch 50 Shades of Grey or Black.
Yeah.
Nah, man, what was it? I'm gonna get you, sucker. That's what.
That's
what
like the original.
I just watched that Pimp Walk.
I watched it
like the other day
when he broke the
when he
fishbowl.
broke the
Yeah.
fishbowl.
That was great.
That's like the beginning of all that. They could
Yeah.
make that now.
Could you imagine if Eddie Murphy Raw came out today?
Oh, man.
I think he wanted it. Remember, he was supposed to come out
He was
like after Dolomite. He was supposed to come out with with
another stand-up.
stand-up now.
But he probably has to rework his whole routine.
But that was like
Mm.
Movies,
He was working
movies
on
like 15 years ago, 10 years ago can't be shown now.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yo, even The Office
true.
will get canceled after the first season.
Oh yeah, dude, yeah.
The Office.
They said Rush Hour.
Yeah.
They were going to cancel Rush Hour.
The Hangover.
The Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
The first
Oh
Hangover.
my
Oh,
God!
gosh,
everything
The
would get
Chappelle show was
Chappelle Show
gone.
could never be canceled.
That would be
Yeah,
gone.
No, they were paying him more to do it. They can't
I like how he always was like, I'm gonna get canceled next week.
Yeah, and actually, I think Cup of Nintendo mentioned Dave Chappelle. Yeah, he said comedy has taken a huge blow. Dave Chappelle's stand-up has a great response to it. He's right. Dave Chappelle, I do so much respect for Dave Chappelle because he's one of the few stand-up comedians that's like, fuck you, cancel culture. I'm going to keep doing my thing. And if you don't like it, whatever. It's comedy. They're jokes. You know what I mean? Dave Chappelle is of the mind of nothing should be exempt from comedy. You know what I mean? And I agree. I mean, comedy.
The point of it.
And the thing is, there's a lot of truth in comedy. And people don't like to handle the truth, so they'll just cancel it before you can hear what you don't want to hear.
Well, David Chappelle's got the right idea, and to a certain degree, Joe Rogan. It's like you have to have a certain balance of when to say sorry, when to apologize, and when to say fuck off. Kind of, and it's like, and the audience needs to know, they have to have a balance between when to call somebody out and when to accept an apology. It's like if both of those sides could find a balance, then we wouldn't have that much of a big problem.
I mean, the older generation, like our generation, we could do that, but these kids coming up today, man.
I wonder if they can
I'm sorry, I apologize, but like, it's they jump to conclusions. They don't want to hear any of the other side of the argument.
You're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. Done. I don't care.
Exactly. There's no opinions. There's no opinions.
So I have a theory, okay? And anybody in my audience, if you're white and from California, please don't be offended by what I'm about to say. So I have a theory. I feel like most of the people on Twitter that are part of this cancel culture mob are white people that live in California. I'm serious, dude. I'm serious, dude. I'm serious, man. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but that's just based on my observations, But and I want to make it clear to the audience, I'm not bringing up cancel culture to try to turn this podcast into anything political. I hate politics. I don't really get into politics. I don't really associate myself with either side of the spectrum. I have friends on both sides of the spectrum. I would never be mean to somebody because they're on one side or the other. You know what I mean? It's just, they have their beliefs. That's fine. Whatever. We don't have to agree. It's cool. But cancel culture is an epidemic, and it's ruining people's lives that don't deserve to have their lives ruined. Now, some of the people do. Let's be real. Some of them do. Right. But there's so many people that are just getting their lives ruined, and they don't even have a chance to try to redeem themselves. You know what I mean? And it's just I hate to see that shit.
Yeah. And legacies.
Yes.
Everything they've done in their career up to this point. Means nothing.
Exactly.
Rip it off the air.
Remember Hulk? It's like Hulk Hogan comes to mind. It's like
Let me tell you something, brother.
Yo, did you see that funny ass meme? Because they'll show a picture of him picking up Andre the Giant. They will Photoshop him out, and they're like, "Do you remember that time when Andre the Giant just fell?" X him out of everything. I'm like, yo, that is so
great. Andre just flipped himself. He was trying to be a luchador.
Remember when Andre fell at WrestleMania 3? What?
No, I accept Hulk Hogan's apology. I accept his apology. People need what he said was bad, but you have to give people deserve a space for redemption.
Sorry about that.
It's like
I'm sorry.
What I said was bad, and it was. I recognize it was bad, and I'm sorry. I accept it. It's like don't just erase his contribution to that industry. I thought that was harsh. I thought that was very harsh at the time.
For sure.
Johnny Depp now he's going through
oh dude,
it's crazy.
But that's
everybody
weird.
took her side.
And that woman is nuts.
Yeah, apparently.
Well,
we don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently, yes.
And verbally abused them and everything.
And I thought there was like video evidence of this.
Yeah.
And
doesn't
she's
matter.
not canceled.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's what I love to see, and I've heard you guys talk about this movie I'm about to bring up in particular. So here's what I love. I love when the Twitter mob, the Twitter cancel, because most of cancel culture seems to be on Twitter. That's why I say that.
Yeah.
Most of it comes from Twitter, right? So I think it was last year when this happened. A lot of the younger generation on Twitter that's part of that group discovered Tropic Thunder for the first time, right? And they discovered Robert Downey Jr.'s character,
What do you
right?
mean by you people?
Now let me ask you guys, okay? Were you guys offended? Were you guys offended by that at all when that movie came out?
No,
I found it
so
funny.
hysterical. It was funny because it was a parody.
Yeah,
parody
exactly.
There was no harm. There was no harm made into that.
I couldn't
Right.
stop laughing.
It was
People have to understand the difference between, oh, this is blatant racism, and
Right.
hate, or funny joke, and this is what we're doing on purpose.
Exactly.
it was literally Robert Downey Jr. playing an actor
Yeah.
that was method acting.
Yup. Yup.
That's it.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Satire of Hollywood.
It was too funny.
Now, if you've seen it and you felt a certain way because it was done wrong, obviously you would all feel that.
Right.
You'd be like, oh, no.
I mean-
what's up with that? What's up with that right there? But if
Yeah.
you just see a picture and want to get mad at the picture because you think that someone else is offended, that's what sucks.
That's it. That's the thing.
I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
you think that's wrong, right? That's wrong.
It's like, no, I was like, yeah, well, no, I think in modern culture, people should, in comics and stuff, should, turn away from doing blackface. But I don't think people who used to do blackface back in the day, like Sarah Silverman and stuff like that, they shouldn't be demonized. It was a different time. It was a little bit more tolerant, and we were able to laugh at that a little bit
Plus,
more.
they were
back
playing
then.
a character.
And they were playing a character also.
Yep.
It's just
That
like,
was a lie.
There was another part of the movie that I thought. I mean, I thought it was funny.
Never go full hard.
No.
A
lot of people.
You couldn't say that either.
Yeah. Well, Simple Jack was the
Yeah,
they showed that
exactly.
trailer. They took that out of the movie.
That was out of
wild.
control.
That was wild.
Out of control.
oh, Simple Jack. Oh man,
That movie would get canceled, but not because of the
Yeah.
blackface.
Yeah.
That I understand.
But the funny part is that most people who had a problem with that, with the blackface, weren't black.
That's what I was about to say. So when that was blowing up on Twitter, I was looking through the Twitter comments and shit, and I saw so many comments of people saying I'm black and this did not offend me at all. And then it seems like the comments of people who were offended were white people, and I'm telling you, they're from California.
But white girls doesn't get as much backlash though.
Yeah. Right.
And they painted their face white as hell. They don't
And you know what? I thought that movie was fucking hilarious.
White Girls was hilarious. And they need to see- but the thing is, you got to look at it from
Oh, there's a historical.
there's a
thing. Yes,
historical
yes, yes.
context.
Right,
to
of
it.
course,
exactly,
of course. Yeah,
because
yeah.
White people have been in a position of power
Right.
forever. And
But in a certain circumstance of what they were using it for
exactly.
was the same joke.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it was
Yeah.
the same joke. There's no hate or malice in
Right.
those characters.
Right.
Right.
So it's like give it a
That's
rest.
I understand what you're saying with that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's why it's going forward. You might
Mhm.
comics
Dave
might
Chappelle-
want to
when
stay
Dave-
away from it,
When
but
Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle
yeah,
did his
yeah.
stuff white. I mean,
it
that
was
could be a little offensive.
He looked like a zombie. He didn't even look like a white guy. He looked like a zombie.
Yeah.
That could be a little more offensive.
And that was always hilarious.
but it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
it was
So
bad. He's got the wig on. It just
I'm like, what white guy do you look like? You
Yeah.
don't look like any white guy.
so
So bad.
What are you talking about, Gerald?
Yeah.
First episode, he was a black
Mhm.
Klansman. So it's like that's,
I remember that.
Oh my god, that was
Yeah.
that's like that was
Yeah.
the line drawn there. On
Yeah.
the
he,
first
was, he
episode.
was like a blind.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's why it was a joke.
Yeah.
That's the joke
That's
there.
funny.
People don't look for the joke anymore.
No, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's the thing. They don't look for the
Mhm.
joke.
They'll laugh and be like,
Yeah. And here's
Remember
here's
that same character when he did the skit with the wife swapping or
Yeah.
whatever, and he's like, when we have sex, can I keep my boxers on?
yeah.
gotta get out the dick hole.
Yeah, we gotta put it out the dick hole. That shit is crazy. That show is fucking crazy.
Oh man. So here's another example, but this one's not comedy. Okay, have you guys watched the show Atlanta by Danny Glover?
No.
Yeah, I
That
saw it.
show is brilliant.
I saw. Didn't I show you the creepy one when he was the white dude?
That's what I was about to say. The Teddy Perkins episode.
Yeah,
That
I
show.
didn't even know it was him.
Okay,
Until
look,
later. I was
if
like,
you get,
what was
yeah, that was Danny Glover. Yeah, if you do, seriously, if you guys that have not seen Atlanta and people in the audience watching too, it's on Hulu. Go binge watch it. There's only 2 seasons out. 3 and 4 is in production right now. The show is brilliant. The writing is top notch. The acting is incredible. It's such a weird and quirky show. Donald Glover, he's a very, very talented individual.
Renaissance
he's,
man.
He's a
Yeah.
He has
versatile
everything.
dude.
He's been successful with everything he's freaking done.
Lethal
Oh,
Weapon.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been successful with YouTube. First of all, not we knew we were gonna do it. We knew we were gonna do it.
Oh no! What even? I don't even want to know.
Don't worry about it. No,
I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not even gonna ask.
We're gonna freeze that moment in time and we're going.
So, listen. So from YouTube to
Mhm.
music to acting to
Mhm.
writing, like successful in everything. And
Yeah,
TV,
he's
like
great.
TV, movie,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah.
Community
Oh,
would
yeah.
also be canceled if it came out today.
You know, I've never seen
Seinfeld
that.
would be canceled. Seinfeld
Yeah.
would be, almost did get canceled.
Oh, Seinfeld definitely would be.
Nice versatile, dude.
Oh,
They had to
Yeah.
stop the fire off the Puerto Rican flag. That was almost canceled back then.
Yes, I remember that.
And that
Yeah,
was rough. It would have been off the air forever.
Yeah. 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 But,
yeah.
so yeah, cool.
Atlanta's dope though.
Oh yeah, great show. I can't wait for season 3 and 4, man. It's gonna be awesome. And yes, chat. My editor pointed out I accidentally said Danny Glover. I meant to say Donald Glover. I corrected it at the end. Right? So that easy mistake to make, right? Okay. Danny Glover's awesome too. And let's shout out a few more people in the chat.
He's too old for this.
I was thinking,
Yeah.
like Danny Glover really did that.
Yeah, he was in. Wasn't he in the Jumanji too?
Yeah,
Danny Glover.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was.
That's right.
That was
Yeah.
the last thing I seen him in. So
Yeah.
He's gotta be
Yeah.
in his 80s or something.
he's
Oh
up
yeah.
there.
He is.
Oh
He's
yeah.
up there.
For
I
sure.
think he lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
You couldn't
Nice.
tell he would look like anybody over there.
Yeah. Wait, what? I've never been to Brooklyn, so I can't attest to this. I've never been. So
You can blend it. I'm saying.
I-
He's an old guy.
Cancel Sticks.
He's an old guy.
Cancel him. Cancel him.
hey, Brooklyn's probably where I'm going to be staying though. Whenever I come to New York. I'm looking at I'm looking at some Airbnbs in that area. So
Nice.
yeah, cool. So yeah, a few quick shout outs in the chat. We got Fastback OG NLG podcast. We've got NF. What's up, NF? I am doing well. Thank you for asking, my dude. I don't know. Maybe. Let's jump back in. Let's see if there's a few questions I can pop up here. Let's see.
I keep thinking of Simple Jack. Oh my god.
The whole time.
That shit was just like it was like you feel bad.
I
for
felt
laughing.
I laughed, but I was like, yo.
I'm like,
They always go overboard though. They always go overboard.
Yeah.
They're wild out.
I was like, this movie's not over yet.
I don't even want to reenact it.
no, I can't. I can't do it.
So we got Falcom Scott here, and he's asking what you don't like about the new Switch OLED handheld. Which I'm not sure why he's asking that because we didn't really bring that up, but that does bring a question. What do you guys think about the Switch OLED handheld model? What are your thoughts on it? Let's hear it.
Go ahead.
I don't care.
Well, you're an Xbox guy, so
I do have a Switch though.
Yeah,
I have a
yeah.
Switch.
yeah.
What I don't like about it is that it didn't offer anything really different for me
Yeah,
at all.
I got you. You don't play handheld much, I guess, mostly TV.
No, I only play handheld.
Oh, really?
Just-
Oh, okay.
I don't care
Yeah.
about anything they added to it. They didn't
Yeah.
do anything for me.
Yeah,
Jay, I'm
Screen.
surprised you don't
Okay.
even like the screen.
Okay.
You're a tech.
That's great.
I think it's great for
Mhm.
it's great for people who don't own a Switch who's looking to buy
yeah,
it.
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, I think I do like the hardwire Ethernet port thing. That's
Mhm.
cool. The
We have an
kickstand's
Ethernet
cool.
port adapter.
I'm
Mhm.
just saying, I'm a glass half full type of guy. I'm a positive
You
guy.
ain't
So
buying
it's
it,
like,
though.
I'm not gonna buy it. No, because I wanted a Bluetooth. I wanted Bluetooth at the very least, and I wanted 4K.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
But
yeah.
they're charging you $50 more for what?
Yeah,
Bigger screen.
A nice glasses screen.
Bigger screen.
the screen looks cool, but
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's not-
Technology is 10 years old.
Actually,
Mhm.
I posted a meme on Instagram about that.
What?
It's like that Drake meme where he's like, "Yeah, I like
Oh.
this," and no,
Oh god.
and Nintendo was like, "Oh, Bluetooth, new screen," and they were like, "Oh,
They're saving that for the Switch successor. That's
Yeah.
what they're saving that
No,
for.
they're
Yeah,
not even putting it
probably. Yeah,
in there. They're not putting it in there. They never do.
They're gonna put it in there.
They won't even have a
Everyone's
headphone
been bummed down. They won't even have a
jack. They
headphone
won't even
jack.
have it. If they put Bluetooth
Yeah.
in, there's no headphone jack.
yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
Apple. That's an Apple
Yeah,
move.
Exactly. You know Apple owns Nintendo, right? This is known fact.
Oh man,
I didn't care for the announcement of the news. I didn't give a shit. I'm like, I got to switch. I'm good.
yeah.
I almost got excited Almost. I said, "Oh shit, is that really right after E3? This is bullshit. What? Why?"
That's why they didn't do it for E3. It would have been a
It's
bummer.
not big enough. I'm saying it's not big enough for E3.
It's not exactly.
And then I was like,
it's not
yeah.
big enough.
Not a big enough announcement because it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
just a bigger screen. That's all it really is.
It's like,
Yeah.
hey, you don't own the Switch yet? Buy this.
Yeah,
Got a
there
bigger
is- here you
screen.
go.
There is hella bezel on the original. There's
That's
a lot
true.
of bezel around that.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know, I already have it though.
Yeah.
First gen.
So here's my thoughts on it, right? So, you know, when the announcement came out, I was like, yeah, it's cool, it's whatever. I was not expecting them, like the rumors suggested, I was not expecting them to announce a Switch Pro. I was not believing those rumors for a moment. I just wasn't. It just didn't make sense to me for Nintendo to release a console where some games on it may not work on the original Switch.
Yeah,
that would be a very stupid decision. So I wasn't expecting that at all. So when they announced the OLED model, I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. That makes sense. I understand. They're probably going to wait to release the really powerful model when they do a successor. Now, for me personally, I still have the OG Switch that came out on release day.
Yep.
I was going to at some point upgrade to the second model that came out. You know the one I'm talking about?
Better battery
battery
one. Yeah.
The better battery model, yeah.
box.
But since this model came out, I'm eventually going to upgrade to this model, but I'm not going to do it probably till next year because I just don't really have any reason to. So sometime next year, once you can find it, once it's in stores and you can find it, I'll probably pick one up, upgrade. I may not sell my original model because it's my original model and it has some, you know what I mean? It has some sentimental value. But yeah, I'll upgrade. I'll upgrade to the new one probably sometime next year because I do like the idea of the screen. I play mostly in handheld. So I do like the idea of the screen being a little bit larger, a little bit crisper, you know what I mean? Looking a little better. But, at the same time, it's not something that I'm going to rush out and buy. It's not something that I got to have day one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Nintendo is a really weird company because Nintendo can be, and I love Nintendo, right? So I'm not trying to talk bad about Nintendo, but realistically speaking, they can be absolutely brilliant one moment and come up with some of the best stuff you've ever seen. And then in the next moment, they make a decision where you're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? This doesn't make any sense. Do you even listen to the fans at all? Like the Switch Online stuff. Like,
Turbo's clenching his fist right
No.
now.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I love Nintendo. Nintendo's my favorite company of all the gaming companies. Nintendo's my favorite, absolutely, 100%. But I still play everything. I love everything. But at the same time, I can realistically see when Nintendo does weird things like their online service. It's way behind the times. I mean, it just
What online
is.
service?
Rollback.
Yeah,
They need
it's-
rollback. What do they call it? Rollback. What's that technique that they call for their fighting games?
Rollback.
Lag.
Yeah,
You just said it.
yeah.
Rollback something. There's a term
Rollback
for it.
code, net code.
Netcode. Rollback netcode or something like that.
Yeah.
They don't use it.
Listen, it should have had enough scalable dock.
Mhm.
And
That would be cool. Yeah,
The technology's there to have the screen fold. So
You
can
want
put
the
it in
screen
your
yeah,
to
yeah.
fold?
If you can have a portable, you can put in your pocket. Why
Mhm.
not?
Foldable screen.
Why not?
Wouldn't there be a crease on the screen?
It's up to the point where it doesn't matter.
yeah.
No, it's not a noticeable thing. But if you could put in your pocket, I mean, that seems to be like, okay, I would buy something like that. That's different and that's cool. And I can see why you'd make a new one if you're going to keep it the same.
Foldable Switch. Yeah, that's interesting.
Hey, maybe one day. Who
Hey,
knows?
look,
I
they
mean,
had the SP. SP
Yeah.
from the thing. That's a big difference. Holding means something.
I love the SP, dude. When you open and close it, just like with flip phones, dude. When you open and close it, there's just something about it, man. Just saying, maybe we're all just old, you know what I mean? But there's just
How you hang
something
up the
about it.
phone.
And folding is coming back, man.
Yep.
You know, like Samsung, they're having an event in 10 days where they're going to announce the next iteration of their foldable phones. So I'm excited. I'm probably going to upgrade to one of the foldables, probably the flip. I'm probably going to get the flip. So
Nintendo should look into that for their next actual console.
yeah,
Nah, we are.
Maybe like
See
just
what
a
5
bigger
years.
screen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bigger screen.
Yeah,
Watch.
Nintendo's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're good.
yeah.
Whatever we
That's a
drop, you
bigger
guys are gonna buy anyway.
Exactly. Or it'll be a bigger screen that can fold to the same size. As the
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, got the new Switch.
Buy the Nintendo Fold.
It'll be that big.
Nintendo Fold.
25-inch television.
Exactly.
No, it'll be the
You don't need a
Nintendo.
dock. You don't even need a TV. You just put it up on a kickstand.
It'll be the Nintendo Switch DS.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
Yeah.
the best of both worlds.
Be an actual TV.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Here's so here's a retro question from Major Havoc. So shout out to Major Havoc. What do all you dudes think about the Maximo games on PlayStation 2? They were the continuation of the Ghouls and Ghosts games. Wonder if you guys have ever played them.
Yes. I did play it.
Yeah, I beat both of them.
Yes.
And
Nice.
I never played them before.
Me
first
either. Me either.
one was difficult.
Mhm.
The second
Hard
one
as hell.
was more accessible. It was easier, and it was a better game. It was a better game. And
Nice.
I'd like to see a modern update. I'd like to see
Yeah.
a revival of that franchise.
She only did 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
too, yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of, because I'm not. You have to be perfect when
Mhm.
jumping into 3D. And
Yeah.
About that time wasn't exactly
Yeah.
the time where everything was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So camera issues and stuff like that, and control issues.
Just look at your shadow.
Mhm.
Look at the shadow right under you.
look at my. I thought you said look at my shadow.
No,
Man,
no.
what does that have to do with the game?
When you jump, you want to know if you're going to
No, I
land on it.
know
Just
that.
look at the shadow.
I knew that.
It's like-
But as
Talking
far
like
as
he'll
better,
be playing the game.
as far as better than Ghouls and Ghosts, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But it's just
tough.
about as hard though. It's
Yeah.
just about as hard.
For sure. Have you guys played the new Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts? What is it called? The Switch one?
Resurrection.
Resurrection. Have you guys
Yeah,
played that?
Resurrection, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
did.
played it yet.
I played it. I
Is
didn't
it good?
do it, but it's slower slightly.
Is it?
It's like
Yeah.
molasses running, but the game
Gotcha.
You're running
the
in
game
sand.
is cool.
Mhm.
It's don't put it on hard. Don't be like
Chill.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Don't be
yeah,
like
yeah.
YouTube and put it on the
Yeah.
hardest mode. Then it's just cheap
Yeah.
and awful.
Yeah.
Play it on normal, and you'll get you get some satisfaction. You actually pass a
I
level.
played like for a couple seconds, but it was pretty cool. It felt good. It was
Yeah.
just he's slow as shit though.
I wish he was
Yeah.
a little bit.
He looks slow. I was
Add,
so
add a
slow.
turbo mode. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
for this guy.
For me,
Yeah,
yes,
there
I
you
need it faster. I need it faster.
You're in the game.
Nice. So, Cup of Nintendo says, dude, the OLED was so hard to get a pre-order because of scalpers. So that made me want to ask you guys,
Scalpers.
what do you think about scalpers? Judging by your reaction, I'm assuming that you're not a fan, and I'm not either.
Well, I
Fuck
only
scalpers.
got 7 of them. Nah.
Not sure if I qualify, but no, I like. We hate scalpers. I like
Yeah.
what Joel from Media Glitch is doing. I saw this on one of his TikTok videos, right, where he buys PS5s
Mm-hmm.
and he sells them to real gamers at regular
Mhm.
price. You know?
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that I like.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, that's cool.
But when you gouge the price, like you
Mhm.
buy a $500
Mhm.
Xbox Series X, and it's like, oh, 1,000,
Mhm.
1,200.
I can understand why people
Mhm.
do it. You get a free
It's a
system.
hustle.
You get a free system, or you get more. You get
Yeah,
more money.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't. I can care less. Like when I got my PlayStation 5, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
that's mine. I'm not
Mhm.
selling this thing. I don't care if I
Exactly.
get double the price and then I buy it again later,
Mhm.
and that's basically a free PlayStation 5 because it's expensive. But
Mhm.
no, that's mine.
Mhm.
No one is getting that. And when I got my
Mhm.
Xbox, same thing. I said, let me try. Let me try and go over here and see
Mhm.
which one, because you don't know which gonna actually go through. Because I did get one from a store earlier that night, and that shit came through in the morning and it was like, nah, you ain't got that. Here's a $10 gift certificate. I was like,
Mhm.
word?
Damn.
Y'all just told me I got it, and then y'all told me here's a $10 gift certificate.
Yep.
So that is why, and then I got one at Best Buy, and it actually went through, and I got that one. But if I ended up getting
Nice.
the 2, I don't know what would happen. but I don't like go out there specifically to scalp and get a whole stack of shit and then
Right,
sell it
right,
to everybody
right.
just to make a profit.
$5
No.
grand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Now they made a
Mhm.
killing. Some kid made $1 million.
Yeah, I
Off of
saw
all
that.
this.
That's not
Yeah.
surprising.
Off of all the systems, all the
A
the
million?
3D cards and everything,
Mhm.
and the Pokemon cards,
Mhm.
all of that he was doing it and made $1 million.
Mhm.
Yo,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
well, you guys know I almost got ripped off. Excuse me.
Oh shit, really?
by a scalper by accident too.
Mhm.
When I was buying the Xbox Series X, because
Mhm.
they were selling them through Walmart. I don't even know
Mhm.
why Walmart or Target or any of those stores were selling $1,000 freaking X Series X.
Yeah.
And I thought I was about to buy like the 2-year Game Pass one. You know,
Mhm.
like that's why I thought it was because it had like
It was right there.
in its page profile, it had a picture
Mhm.
saying, Game Pass or available on Game Pass or Game Pass or whatever. They made buyers think that they were buying the Game Pass one.
Mhm.
So, when that came to my house and I was like, hold up, wait. It's not coming with Game Pass. I'm like,
Mhm.
I just paid $1,000 for this. I'm like, no. I was like, no. I sent that back and then
Yeah.
I was able to buy it the real way.
Nice.
They
After
got
that.
us both. We were both looking at it like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, me and him were both going back and forth because he was helping me buy
Mhm.
one, and I was just like, "Yo, hold up! I think I just got fooled by a scalper
Mhm.
selling through freaking Walmart. This is crazy." I was
Mhm.
like, "That shouldn't be, man. That's messed up." So I hate the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So I hate those motherfuckers.
I'm just hoping that people stop buying them. Stop
Yeah.
buying them.
That's
Yeah.
true too.
Right.
It's
Just
like,
past Christmas, I was hoping they'd just stop completely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard.
No, I
because
mean people stop buying them.
it's difficult because
Yeah,
you
stop
got
buying it
parents
from
that-
scalpers. Exactly. Yeah.
But $800, $900 don't do it.
No, but you got parents that are like trying.
Oh,
to
the money
make
doesn't
their
mean
kids
anything to
happy.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people with deep pockets, they'll do it.
Exactly, and like someone has to be the first to stream whatever on the PlayStation so they can try and go viral. So those people are going to spend money too.
And as you see, it's happening with all the new tech now. It's
Oh,
just a
yeah.
normal thing now because
Yeah.
they put it in the stores. Damn it, they haven't put these systems in the stores yet.
Yeah.
For a walk-in, for a human to be like, "Hey, here's my money." They haven't done it yet.
That's not a thing.
No.
It's not
No,
a thing
it hasn't
anymore.
come to the store at all.
Mhm.
And I was like, it's the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
They
that
don't
people
want
can walk in
mobbing the
now,
store.
now that people can walk into the store and just get it now, it's still not.
Mhm.
It's not there.
Yeah.
Because they sell out. They don't care. Companies don't care. They sell out regardless. It's
Right.
like, oh, we don't have to ship anything. We just ship from the factory,
Mhm.
and it's out to the people.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
fine. It's going out. It's sold
Mhm.
already before they even make it. It's sold
Cha-ching.
for all of this. So
Yeah.
yeah, good luck finding that OLED switch, even though it's nothing
Yeah.
changed.
Right.
Good luck finding a switch now, regular.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
Luckily, I mean, there's like a few, but damn,
Mhm.
it's ridiculous.
no joke.
I thought it was funny the other day though when Sony announced, how many PS5s have sold,
10 million. Yeah.
and I'm just thinking to myself, that's great, but how many of those are currently in the hands of scalpers that use bots to snatch up all of them? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. How many of those are stacked in a house
Yeah.
waiting to get bought?
And when you look at the game sales, it doesn't match up with the number of PS5s that have been sold. You know what I mean?
They're not sold
Yeah.
yet.
Right.
I told you.
They're bought from Sony.
They're
They're
in a
not sold yet.
warehouse.
Though.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, scalpers, dude. I think it's scummy. Now look, I don't have a problem with if somebody's able to let's say somebody buys 2 PS5s and they sell their second PS5 for $50 over MSRP. You know what I mean? That's fine. Whatever. It's cool. They're making just a little bit of money. That whatever. But these people out here that use bots, dude, and snatch them up before you even have a damn chance to check one out online, and then they turn around, throw them up on eBay immediately for double the price.
I don't understand how the companies don't put precautions in for
Yeah.
that. Like they can.
Yeah.
When I got my PlayStation, I had to get my email checked and sent a code to get on there to pay. And that's the only reason I got a chance to buy the PlayStation 5. Otherwise, it would have sold out in seconds. And
Yeah.
they don't. Next time I saw it, I was like, they're not doing that now. Like,
Yeah.
why aren't you doing it now? That's how you get to buy it, or to put it in the stores and have actual people buy it. One, and then if they have their family there, all right, let me see your last name. What's the ID? Don't buy. Like they can stop them,
Yeah.
but they don't want to stop it, and that's why it sucks.
Yeah.
So
So
buying computers, taking out the 3D card, selling the 3D card for more than the computer.
Yep.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's
those
crazy,
people-
dude. It's crazy. So Fastback says saw somewhere that 25% PS5 still in scalper hands. That sounds like a reasonable number. I feel like it might be a little bit more than that, but I mean that sounds reasonable. If about what that would be 2.5 million of
As long
the
as the
because they
prices are
said
that high.
yeah
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
some of them are like 200 more,
yeah
which is like, okay, that's not crazy
Mhm.
after taxes and stuff. Whatever, you're paying a little more, but yeah, they're not buying them like they used to. So
Yeah.
hopefully, it's just not gonna be worth it anymore.
yeah yep that's true. But yeah, so unfortunately, scalping is going to keep being a thing. And I'm the type of person, I don't really like the government getting their hands in shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this is one of those things where I'm starting to feel like maybe the government should step in and be like, hey, look, you can't use bots to buy up a bunch of products like this and then turn around and sell them for double the price. That's to me, that should be illegal.
Yeah.
I think that
eBay
should
says
be
it's
illegal.
illegal. eBay says it's illegal.
Yeah,
They
right.
say- They say you
Yeah.
can't put up a pre-order and sell the pre-order.
Yeah.
Like when I bought the Steam Deck, people were already selling that $5 pre-purchase for $5,000.
Ooh,
And they were
$5
like,
pre-purchase. Wow.
yeah, just the
Wow.
pre-purchase, not even buying the system yet.
Wow.
Mm.
And it
Damn.
was on eBay, and eBay said, "Nah, that's illegal." Finally, they said that's illegal. We're taking them all down.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
But
Well,
they
that's
don't.
good.
They have the power to do it, and they don't do it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and I'm surprised that eBay did that, dude, because eBay, they could make a lot of money off of those, dude. Because they take like 10% of your sale
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 10%
or more sometimes.
Easy.
So,
Wow.
yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, I think eventually something's gonna happen, something's going to happen where scalping becomes not as much of an issue. I mean, it has to. Something's got to be done. Whether it's the retailers doing something with their online marketplaces to try to prevent it, or game companies stepping in and trying to put safeguards in place. Something's got to be done. Somebody's going to have to do something because it's getting ridiculous. I mean, look, I'm all for people making money. I'm all for people hustling and making money. But the way people are making money with scalping, using bots and buying up hundreds of them before anybody else has a chance to buy them and then doubling the price, it's just wrong, man. And a lot of people out there, there's a lot of people out there that defend it. They defend scalping, and I've never understood how somebody could defend that. But
just because you have the right to do something.
Well, because they want to do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's
They want to do it.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But how do you have the money to buy that many? I mean, unless you just fraudulently put it on a card. And
Yeah.
then just pay it.
Max out your credit card or something, you know?
Exactly. You get double it back, so it's fine.
If you want to scalp PS3 consoles, okay. You know,
It's not beneficial to them.
it's like you do the current gen ones, that's where it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
The fact that they sold 10 million and didn't get the people who want them still haven't been able to get one, and they sold 10 million is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, man.
I'm not getting a PS5 until I can walk in the store and get it.
There you go.
Dude, we're talking 2025.
Maybe. It might never end.
No rush.
Hey,
Tony will probably up the price, and then it'll be in the
Yeah.
stores. They'll just change the price to 700.
Walk into 700.
Yeah.
Walk in the
They might as well. They might as well. They said, hey, they're buying it anyway.
you know what, Chalk? That's not a bad strategy, dude, because by then there's going to be a lot more games, and you'll probably be able to find used games and get them a lot cheaper. So it's not a bad strategy. Not a bad. And besides, you got Game Pass. There's so much shit on Game Pass you can keep yourself busy with. You know what I mean?
Chalk can't get no PlayStation.
I mean, if you go by
Spider-Man.
if you go by Avengers Endgame, it's 2023, and Korg is still playing on PS4 because PS5 ain't available yet.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be a wait, but I'm cool. I'm cool
Nice.
until that Spider-Man comes out, and then I'll be.
And you'll cry.
Yeah, I'll be foaming at the mouth for that PS5.
You
Yeah.
just gotta wake up early, man. You gotta be in the first minute.
Yes, sir.
No, just call Joel up. Call Joel from immediately.
Joel will get you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's like, I'll get you the PS5 for the same price I pay for it. Just give me a commission. That's all I'm playing.
Just pay for shipping.
kidding,
Just pay the $100 shipping.
Just pay the
$100 shipping.
Hey man, it's hard to get. It's hard to get.
So before we start to close out the podcast, I want to ask you guys, what's next for Level 857? Like what's coming down the line that you can share for people, or what kind of plans do you have for the future?
We're taking over the world.
Hey, I like that. I like
We're
that.
taking over the world.
Actually,
I don't have a problem with that.
we have our first live podcast we're going to be doing at the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo.
Oh, sweet.
right.
Nice.
Saturday. This Saturday.
This Saturday.
August 7th?
Saturday.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
It's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern time. Very excited about that.
And that's in the immediate future.
Yeah.
Nice.
We always doing
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
As always, coverage of the latest co-op games are going to be doing more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's always hard to get everybody together, though.
Yeah.
But we get it done.
But yeah,
We get it done and we make it happen.
I'm actually working on more individual videos of our My Take series. Where
Yeah,
we
sweet.
cover games and stuff like that. As I said before, I just finished my Tetris collection. I'm working on the video as we speak.
Oh, nice.
And there's going to be a lot more
so more My
stuff down
Takes.
the pipeline that it's going to be coming out. So
Yeah, we're also I'm going to start this off, but I think we're also going to be doing more opinion piece videos,
Cool.
shorts on TikTok and stuff like that. Because during the podcast, we usually have a topic, we have news stories and stuff like that. We go over and we collectively chime in on it. But there are also opportunities where we have individual opinions about certain types of games,
Right.
and certain things that happen in those games that we just want to talk about. And sometimes we're going to do it in a short. Sometimes you might do it in a My Take video. So I see more of those in the future. They're going to be, we're going to give you guys more of our thoughts about certain things. Still collaboratively in podcasts, but also in individual videos as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Plus, we're going to have more on Twitch and also YouTube. So
Yes.
Excellent.
we should watch on both.
And remind everybody when your regular podcast, what day and time is that on?
7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Wednesday.
Yes.
Except this Wednesday.
Except this Wednesday.
Yeah.
And also, you can listen to it. New audio podcast. They're released every Sunday, every single Sunday. So if you miss the video, then you could definitely hear the audio on your preferred podcasting platform on every single Sunday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So if you type in level 857, we pretty much pop up, except for the Candy Crush. You can skip, you can skip those videos.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much taking over those videos.
Yeah.
Because at first it was always there.
Yeah.
You'll find this on all the socials.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow, definitely we'll be on it.
And our Twitch
Discord
streaming
too.
schedule. Our Twitch streaming schedule is starts with Tetris Tuesday with me. 9
Nice.
p.m. Eastern time. Then we got Throwback Thursday with Sticks and
9
Fighter
p.m.
Fridays.
Fighter Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch.
That's right.
Yep.
Very cool. You guys have any cool guests coming up you can share?
I don't
It's a
think
secret.
Yeah.
We're working on.
Actually, I don't think we do at the moment. I'm talking to.
I heard the level 857 guys are
Somebody.
going to be on there. They're always good. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So there's always it's like a guest every show. But I'm always working on getting new guests, so be sure to be on the lookout. We always have something going.
Cool. Yeah. And when I get to New York City, I definitely want to meet up with you guys. Maybe we can do some kind of in-person collaboration. I think that would be pretty
Absolutely.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh man, you know what? It's funny you mentioned that. Because okay, so I've got my GameCube Gallery series where I cover a GameCube game and review it and stuff, right? And every now and then I'll let my editor pick the next game that I'm gonna play. And the game that he picked for September is Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix on the GameCube. So I'm going to have to record myself on camera dancing around on that pad while playing Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. So,
That's classic.
That's funny.
That's classic.
yep,
Gotta
that's
get it
going
what
to
they
be
want.
something. Yeah, that's going to be something. I'm sure when he edits that video, he's probably going to do all kinds of crazy shit and make me look like a dumbass, I'm sure. Which is fine because I am a dumbass, so it's all good,
And now you know what to bring to New York with you.
Yeah, right. But yeah, man. So anything else you guys want to say or bring up before we start to close out the podcast?
Just follow us on our stuff. We got some giveaways coming up too. So if you wanna partake in that,
Sweet.
feel free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of game codes to give out, so yeah, we're gonna be giving
Nice.
those out on the podcast and stuff. So definitely tune into that.
Nice.
And what'd you have?
No, I was gonna say something stupid, but
That's fine.
I mean, this is
All right,
quiz. This
here's
is
what I was
quiz.
gonna say. I was gonna suggest for you
Okay.
to play one of the worst Genesis games I've ever played.
Okay.
But I enjoy playing it because it's a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It's so bad, it's good. So bad, if that even makes sense.
It does.
Techno Cop.
Oh yes.
Oh wow.
Wait. You said Techno Cop.
Yeah.
Techno Cop. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna make
Oh,
note
dude.
of this.
It's god awful.
Yeah.
It's god awful. But I just
So bad.
It's
Yeah.
one of his favorite
the
awful
sound
games.
it's one of my favorite bad games.
Okay. I'll check it out,
We're gonna
man.
do a podcast, favorite bad games.
Yes.
That's a good idea. You guys should do that.
Probably
For
gonna
real.
have to do that. That's a good idea.
Be on the lookout.
Guilty pleasure.
Could be in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good topic for sure, man. Because there are bad games out there that you play and you're like, you know what? I realize this game is objectively a shit game, but at the same time, I'm kind of having fun playing it.
It's broken.
It happens.
It's like
Yeah,
somehow it's fun.
yeah. Like for me, it's Troll and I on the Switch because the game is so broken that every time you play it, dude, like literally every time you play it and start it over from the beginning, you're going to have different glitches and different crazy shit that happens every single time. You never know what's going to happen in that game. It's completely unpredictable, and it's hilarious. It is so funny, dude. I love that game.
I've seen it. I haven't played it. I've seen it.
You need to play it, man, because it's an experience.
I gotta try it.
It is an experience. You will laugh your ass off, dude. You just never know what's going to happen, man. And eventually the game is going to crash and you're not going to be able to progress further. But
Throwback Thursdays, man.
There you go.
It's on the Switch. It's on the Switch. It's on the
yeah,
It's a
and
new game.
here's the crazy thing about that game, man. And not to get on a tangent or anything, but as I was playing that game, the whole time I was thinking to myself, this game had potential. They had some cool ideas in this game. It actually had potential in it, and had they been able to had a bigger budget, a better development team, and be able to put more time and work into it, it could have been a good game.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's a mess.
After they said it's gonna be called Trolling, I was like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah.
Forget it. They gave up on us already.
Yeah. So listen, guys. I appreciate you joining in on my very first live podcast ever on the channel. It's been a lot of fun. It's always fun talking to you guys. Had a blast being on your show. So thankful that you were willing to join me on my show. And people in the audience, please check out Level 857. Again, their YouTube channel link is going to be in the description. As soon as we get off this podcast, I'm going to throw it in the description. Also, it is in the chat towards the top if you want to scroll up in the chat if you want to grab it now. Or you can just go on YouTube and type in Level 857. It should pop right up. These guys have a killer podcast. You got to check it out. They cover all the latest gaming news. So if you want to be kept up to date on everything going on in the gaming industry, you can get it from these guys. And not only that, they're hilarious while they talk about it too. So
Appreciate it, man.
So it's not. Yeah, hell yeah. And guys, as always, I appreciate it. And anytime you guys want to come back, let me know. I would love to be back on your show at some point, and we will definitely link up whenever I get to New York City. Because I'm not gonna lie, and I've told you guys this before. I'm a little nervous about coming to New York City simply because I'm not a city person. Right. The biggest city I've ever been in is Atlanta, Georgia, because it's 2 hours away from me. That's the biggest city I've really ever been to, and it's a big city, but it's not New York City big. So
just don't look up. It's the same thing.
Don't look up. Yeah.
Don't look up.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad that I know you guys. I've got other friends in New York City, so I've got plenty of people that can kind of help break me in and get me used to it. So I'm sure after a couple of days, I'll be fine.
Yeah. It's really not a big deal.
Absolutely. A couple of strip clubs will be fine.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well,
and hopefully the strip clubs in New York City are not anything like the strip clubs around where I live. Because if you come down here to Chattanooga, Tennessee, you want to stay far away from the strip clubs.
oh man,
You want to stay far. You don't even want to look. Don't even look at them, dude. From the outside, just don't even look. Don't even look at the building.
It might burn your eyes.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, and I've personally never been to them, but I've heard plenty of stories from people that have, and I'm like, nope, nope. I'm good.
Not me.
I'm good. But yeah. So guys, again, thank you for joining in. Everybody watching, check out Level 857. Everybody watching, thank you for tuning in for the very first live Retro Wolf podcast. There will be more, at least one per month is what I'm shooting for. And if everything goes well, I'm hoping my next guest is going to be Radical Reggie. That's what I'm shooting for.
Nice.
We'll see if it works out or not. Me and him have been talking a little bit about it, so as long as we can line up our schedule, we're gonna have Radical Reggie on next, which I'm very excited for because he's a very, very cool guy.
Excellent.
But guys, have a good rest of the evening, and enjoy all the games you've been playing, and I look forward to seeing more of your content.
Appreciate it. Well,
You
thanks
too,
a lot,
man.
man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Take
Yes,
it
sir.
easy.
Okay.
Peace out, everybody.
See you, man.